What up? What up? What up? What's up, man? It's your boy Big Tight coming back through here one more again, man. Early in the morning, like I always tell y'all, come in here to snatch the covers off y'all ass early this morning. Yes, sir. Hey, I gotta wake you up. It's time to get it up, get up, get down, get your butt up and move around. Hey, what your boy Ali Sadiq say? Big Brown, come to move around, baby. Big Brown, move around. But yes, sir, man, we got a lot of stuff to talk about this morning, man. We're going to talk a little bit more into detail about what's going on with Victor Wemby. What up with your Tri-State? What up with your Husky, man? Hey, have a good day, brother. What up with your Daniel son? I see you came back from last night, brother. Appreciate that, man. What up with your Nick Tri-State? What up with your Slim 3JR, man? Appreciate you coming back. I see you say you're back. Appreciate you coming back, man. But let me say, Nick, you say Mikal Bridges' defense is the X factor. Like I told you yesterday, you say he won the game on the block. He did win the game. What up with your Donna B, baby? Let me see. You say what Twan at? He'll probably be in here in a little while, Nick. But I appreciate y'all coming in here early this morning, man. Like I say, we're gonna talk about a look. We're gonna go more into detail about the about Wemby being out for the season, man. I found the great video. What up with your fist, Bub? I found a great video for y'all. Once again with the sports doctor I played for y'all a while back when I played the video for y'all when the sports doctor broke down the situation with AD, and just like he said when he said it was gonna be an abductor injury with AD, the next day it came out and said that that's exactly what it was. So I found the video on the same doctor, and he's gonna break it down more into detail about what's going on with Wemby as far as with the blood clot injury in his shoulder. Also, I got a good scenario to throw out there, y'all. Will Luka sign a new deal with the Lakers and the situation with that? And we're gonna get into detail with that because of Luka's contract. I'm gonna give y'all a little something about it, but we're gonna hit on it. And when I do hit on it, I'm gonna put the link in the chat where y'all can come up and holler at me, man, because this is something that I found out that I felt like it's very let me see. Donna B say you got a 12-hour shift. Hey, get that work in, get that hustle on, Donna B. Fishbowl, appreciate you coming through, man. Like I say, Slim, JR Pros, I appreciate you coming back through, brother. But I got a scenario I'm gonna throw out at y'all, man. We got a lot of stuff we're gonna talk about today. We also gonna talk about the NFL trade rumors that's going on, man, as far as where you think Aaron Rodgers is going to go, the situation with Sam Darnold, Debo Samuel, where you think he might go. So there's a lot of stuff we're going to talk about today. Y'all know we talk about basketball and football, so we're going to get into a lot of stuff, man. And like I was saying, will Luka sign a new deal with the Lakers? For some reason, I wanted to look this up, and I found out some good information, man. The Lakers could end up being in the situation where if Luka he got one season, basically 1 year left on his deal, y'all, which is the 25-26 season, but he has the option to opt out. So just throwing this scenario out there, I'm not saying he's gonna do it, but I thought it would strike up a good conversation, y'all. What if him and LeBron and the Lakers really don't fit well together? Because as y'all see last night, against Portland, the Lakers looked pretty good on offense. Their situation last night where they had a lot of turnovers, and also they missed a lot of shots early in the game, but they most definitely a lot of turnovers in that game last night against Portland. The game really shouldn't even have got that close because they were up by 18 points. And they ended up letting Portland come back. A lot of it had to do with a lot of turnover. LeBron had a lot of turnovers. So but this is what I want to throw out there at y'all as far as with Luka's contract, man. Now, because he wasn't able to get that super max with the Dallas Mavericks, which that super max would have been a 5-year, $345 million contract, which would have been the most in NBA history. He would have been averaging somewhere around $69 million per year, which would have included in 2030-31, he would have been at a $78 million a year deal. So y'all see that's a lot of money they would have been invested in Luka. And like you say, they didn't want to pay him that much money. And as far as with the Lakers, if he doesn't opt out his contract and they're able to pay him after this season, the most the Lakers can pay him is a 4-year, $228 million deal, which is a standard veteran extension with the Lakers, y'all. So this is the key thing to Luka's contract. His contract is set to expire at the end of the 2026-2027 season. But he could choose to opt out at the end of the 25-26 season. So let's say for some reason it doesn't really work out with LeBron and Luka, or Luka not really happy at the direction that the team is going. Hey, the Lakers will be done traded all of that for Luka, and Luka can end up opting out and go sign with another team. Now how that go with y'all? How y'all feel about that? We're gonna talk about that also, man. That could be a crazy scenario for the Lakers if for some reason Luka opts out that last year of his deal and then end up going to go sign for somebody else, and the Lakers would be done gave up all of that and still end up without a superstar. Or the Lakers could do a situation where if he end up saying, hey, I'm gonna opt out, I want to go sign somewhere else, then they could have an option where they could try to trade Luka that last year on his contract, which would be crazy, man. But I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I just thought that would spark up a good conversation. We're going to talk about that also, y'all. Now, in the game last night, man, Lakers ended up winning the close game against Portland, man, which ended up being a closer game than what it's supposed to be, y'all. The Lakers was up at 18 points at one point in time, but the game ended up being 110-102. LeBron ended up scoring 40 points to lead the Lakers past the Trailblazers. Now, as far as the stats on the game, and then I'm gonna play LeBron post-game press conference for y'all. Now, as far as the game, Dorian Finney-Smith ended up having 10 points, 6 rebounds. He was 2 of 5 from three-point range. Rudy had 6 points, 1 assist, 12 rebounds. LeBron James, of course, he had 40 points, 4 assists, 8 rebounds, and he was 4 of 8 from three-point range. Jackson Hayes had 9 points, 4 assists, 7 rebounds. Austin Reeves, 32 points, 7 assists, and he was 2 of 8 from three-point range. Off the bench, Gabe Vincent had 7 points, 1 assist, and 1 rebound. He was 1 of 3 from three-point range. As far as with the Portland Trailblazers, what's his name? Avija. He was the high man for Portland Trailblazers. He was hooping last night, man. He had 28 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. He was 2 of 3 from three-point range. Anthony Simmons, he didn't really have a big game, man. He had a low-scoring game, y'all. He had 8 points, 7 assists. He was 0 of 3. He was 0 of 6 from three-point range. Klingon, he had 6 points and he had 6 rebounds. And Jeremy Grant, he had a low-scoring game also. What up with you, OG? Greeting me, man. Appreciate you coming through, man, early this morning. Jeremy Grant had a low-scoring game, y'all. He had 3 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. He was 1 of 5 from three-point range. And Kamara, he had 19 points, 3 assists, 7 rebounds. He was 3 of 4 from three-point range. Also, off the bench, Scoot Henderson, he had a good game too, y'all. He had 12 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds. He was 2 of 8 from three-point range, y'all. So that's the stats on that. As far as with the Lakers last night, man, I got a thing I'm gonna show. I got a press conference I'm gonna play for y'all with LeBron. They talking to him about because he had a lot of turnovers last night, man. He had a lot of turnovers. Let me see what you say, Slim. You say if the Lakers make a trade, they might just trade Luka for Shea. Ooh, man, that would be crazy, Slim. If they were to trade Luka for Shea, boy, that'll be crucial right there, Slim. Yeah, OG, the Blazers, they do got a young team, man. And like I say, the Lakers, they was up by 18, man. They started turning the ball over. Portland started getting a lot of easy, fast break points, man. That game shouldn't even be close, y'all. But like I say, I'm going to play this for y'all, and we're going to get into it, man. We're going to get into it. Give me 1 second, y'all. Got a lot of stuff we're going to talk about today. I hope y'all ready. Oh, yeah, and we also going to talk about, last but not least, what's your name? Doomskisheen? I hope I pronounced your name right. Hey, he said a zombie apocalypse. I guess I guess we'll have a zombie apocalypse. I guess it won't be no arguments. Dooms. What's your name? Dooms Skinny. I guess it won't be no arguments because they gonna win all the arguments. Hey, you catch a couple of zombies over there arguing. Hey, this how they gonna be arguing, Dooms. They're gonna be like, the other one gonna be like, whoa, that's how the argument gonna be. It will not be no arguments, no fight, because they gonna win them all, player. Hey, it'll be time to get somewhere, close it down, shut down shop. But yeah, man, you said a zombie apocalypse, man. Hey, that'd be wild right there, man. But I appreciate you coming through, man. What up with you, Allen? You say it don't matter how close they won. Simple. It is. Like you always say, a W is a W. A W is a W. I can't knock you on that. I just hate the fact as a Laker fan that, you know, sometimes when you should beat a team, it shouldn't be that close. Because at the end of the game, y'all, the Lakers had to step it up, man, because Portland made it a tie game at one point in time. It was like I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was like a tie game, 1 point game. So, you know, it just I know, Allen, a win is a win, but sometimes games like that, they shouldn't be as close. The same thing with Charlotte, man. Charlotte game shouldn't have been like it was. They had a lot of turnovers, and Charlotte basically took advantage once Reeves got put out the game. They went on a 22-1 run once Reeves got kicked out of the game. But I'm gonna definitely understand where you're coming from, Allen. It just as a Laker fan, I just feel like they had me bite my nails last night for a minute though. They let Portland get real close. So I guess I'll put it like that, Allen. But you're most definitely right. LeBron balled out. He had 40 points. He stepped it up in the fourth quarter, started hitting some big shots. Because at one point in the game, if you were watching the game, it was like they were playing two-man basketball. It was either LeBron getting the ball on the pick and roll at the top of the key, or Austin Reeves was getting it. Everybody else pretty much was standing around watching Austin Reeves and LeBron really when it came down to it. But they, you know, he was able to pull it out. Like I say, he stepped it up. I can't knock you on that, Allen. He most definitely got that 40 points. You say, I feel you, we definitely need a center. We got I keep saying, man, go get Dwight Howard, man. We don't need Dwight Howard to score 15, 20 points. We just need him to be a presence in the paint, get some rebounds, and just be a presence where people can't just run in there and attack the basket like how they were doing on us last night and how Charlotte did on us, man. That's what I say. Y'all give me 1 second, man. Let me find this video right quick. Okay, here we go, man. They go this JJ Redick, they talked to him after the game, and then also they caught LeBron after the game and talked to him. So I'm gonna play this for y'all, man. I appreciate y'all coming in here, kicking it with me, man. Y'all like my content. Y'all most definitely subscribe to your boy, man. Double tap the screen, get them likes up. And also, man, hey, y'all can copy a super sticker, super chat. Also, you can get your membership, man. It's only $2.99 for the membership to be as a starter. We got 3 levels. We got a starter, all-star, and we got an MVP. So appreciate y'all coming in here, kicking it with me, man. Here we go, y'all.
Night, the effort, and obviously LeBron and Reeves leading the way. But what did you feel was the key there?
Well, they're a really good basketball team, and they play hard. Like that's apparent from the first 2 games we played them. Kamara is very disruptive. I thought our guys' poise was huge, and our guys' toughness. You know, two of the biggest plays of the game are LeBron getting the swipe down on Anthony Simons, AR's charge on Jeremy Grant. Another game where we can't really make threes. We have a high turnover. I just thought they were a tough team. I'm not saying that. We needed to be tough tonight, and we were tough. We earned that win. And for our guys to bounce back, getting in 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, probably going to sleep at 4. Just big time from our guys.
asked you at halftime about LeBron, and then he goes on to get 40. Obviously, he did have some turnovers with that ball.
Double.
Yeah. What kind of run out of things to ask and say about it, but what's the level of?
Yeah, but I told you at halftime, like, there's a staff were talking before the game. Not sure going to sleep last night if he's playing today, and getting word this afternoon that he was in. It's like, man, he really just defies anything that's
Hold on 1 second. What up with you? Be good, man. Be good. What up with you, man? Hey, hope you're doing all right, brother, man. Good to see you. Be good. What up with you? Belt to ass. Hey, I hear you, man. Roadmaster, what up with you, player? I appreciate y'all coming through, man. We about to get back to it. Here we go, y'all.
Normal. And not just the physical feats and the plays. It's the mentality. He is, again, I believe I saw the other day, he's a billionaire. And he's playing on the second night of a back-to-back at 40 after 22 years with every freaking record and every accolade. And the kids will say that I'm glazing him. He's one of the greatest competitors. And Nate and I were talking about before the game. It's like,
hey, one quick thing, and I'm going to get back to it because I'm looking at y'all comments too while we're going on. Hey, I agree with you, Alan. I don't think the NBA is soft. I just think that it's the game. I agree with you. I think it's just a game. It don't turn into a jump shooting game. I don't think it's soft. I just think the game don't change, man. It don't turn into a jump shooting league. I think that's a lot of reason why the women's basketball has started being real popular. Which don't knock me. The women be hooping. I like to watch the women basketball too. But I think that's got a lot to do with the reason why their game is getting popular, because the men game is not much of a difference from the women game. They do a lot of jump shooting, a lot of screen and pop, a lot of pick and roll, pull up threes on fast breaks, same way the women play. So, I don't think the NBA is soft. I just think the game done changed to a jump shooting game, man. You got to be able to shoot nowadays, So, that's just my opinion on it. But here we go, y'all. We're going to get back to it.
He's amazing to coach. He brings it every single day. Like he sets the standard for how you're supposed to approach this craft. And that's, to me, the most incredible thing. It's just a mindset to do it, get up the next day, do it, get up the next day, do it over and over and over again.
Austin Reeves, you mentioned the charge he took. He also had that jump.
Hey, one quick thing. Hey, that is true, Blake. I guess that situation right there. I guess if you put it that way, I guess that situation is a little soft. if just for what you're saying, you get kicked out the game. I guess that is if you look at it that way. I can't knock you on that, Blake. You make a good point with that. You make a very good point with that.
Ball on Scoot.
Yeah.
And then I think he was credited with a block. It kind of looked like a steal on Jeremy also when they're trying to cut it from 6 down, 30 seconds left or whatever.
Yeah.
Obviously, his reputation is not a defensive player, but what allows him, or what has he shown you as his coach on that end?
He's going to give you every ounce of competitive juice that he has every single night. That's really what it comes down to. And he's a better athlete than people realize, but he sometimes is at a disadvantage, and that doesn't stop him from competing. And yeah, there was the Dallas game, but he's been really good on that end of the ball, and we saw that early in preseason. We saw it, or in September. We saw it in preseason. He's trying to do the right thing every time. That's easy to coach.
You guys were up 18 early. Obviously, maybe in some sense it would have been nice to have a quote unquote easy win, but do you get any value out of having to gut it out in a late game situation because this group is still getting to know one another? And
Yeah, I think you value any win. You value any win, particularly if you're a team that is really trying to make a playoff push and get a top 6 seed in the West. I think the way we started the game set the tone for the rest of the game, if that makes sense. Because we weren't like playing great offense. It was just how hard we were playing. We didn't have to, and at no point in time did we have to turn it on tonight. And we played hard for 48 minutes. It was second night of a back-to-back. I can just give our.
All right, LeBron, a 40 ball. Otis! All right, LeBron, as Austin just said.
Hey, y'all, Austin Reeves, he ain't have to do your boy like that. But here we go, man.
Say the first thing that he said, a 40 ball at age 40. Oftentimes when I ask you where you find the energy in these situations, you say sleep, but that wasn't possible last night. I think the team got to the hotel at about 3 a.m, so I need a different answer.
I think it was sleep still. We did get in at 3, but I slept all the way till about 11:30 this morning. Got some rehab after that for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I slept again for about 2.5 more hours. I usually catch the first bus over here, but my body was like, no, not the first bus. I caught the last bus, got ready for the game mentally and physically when I got here, and was able to get a good roll win.
You did get some help from your friends tonight. I know that Austin Reeves earned your trust a long time ago now, but he has 3 defensive plays. He's able to get over 30. What did you see from him?
Everything. Obviously he made up from getting kicked out in the third quarter last night. We needed that effort from AR, both offensively and defensively. Got a big-time charge here, big-time strip right there at the end on Jeremy Grant, and he was also on the offensive end as well.
Look, you did have 11 turnovers. Now, maybe you got fouled on a few of them, but nonetheless, you're able to kind of find other ways to make sure that you get the victory. How did you see all that play out?
Yeah, I was definitely – sometimes some of my turnovers because I was being too passive, but I still got to get the ball on time, on target, and I'll take account for 9 of them. 2 of them I was getting back in defense, trying to recover the ball, trying to save the ball. It didn't go our way, but a win is a win, and I'll be fine with it. I'll be better next game.
Last one for you. What's important as you move forward here now, reintegrating Luka starting in the next game?
It's not just next game. It's going to be a process for us for the rest of the season, obviously, as we continue to learn, what we want to do offensively, defensively, our system, our calls, our cadence. And then we got to also, figure out, and learn from him as well, because he's such a great, unbelievable talent. And, we need to be able to play with him just as much as he need to play with us, offensively, defensively, and all facets of the ball. So every day, every game, every practice, every shoot around, every film session, we got to continue to get better and better and integrating our new parts. But he's definitely priority number 1.
You'll get some more sleep.
I appreciate it, yeah.
LeBron James always delivers in the Northwest, Perez. I believe he's got the highest scoring average ever against Portland, Nike's in Portland, and most career games with 40 points, Perez.
Now, y'all look at that right there. A lot of people not LeBron on kind of like the era he playing, compared to Kobe and Michael Jordan, man. But, hey, you can't knock the stats, man. Right there, you see Wilt Chamberlain, number 1 as far as 40-plus points games. Of course, you got Wilt Chamberlain. He in a league of his own, man. Damn near all the damn records, Wilt Chamberlain. He either is the leader or somebody just passed him and he in second place. But Wilt Chamberlain pretty much got the record at damn near everything, man. But Wilt Chamberlain got the most 40-plus point games at 271. As you see, Michael Jordan is second at 173. Kobe with 122. James Harden with 104. Elgin Baylor with 88 40-plus games. AI 79 40-plus games. Then you got LeBron tied with AI at 6th place, which I'm pretty sure LeBron will probably pass that sometime, within the season. He might get that Saturday against the Denver Nuggets, man, because he most definitely gonna have to have a big game against Denver, man. Because like I say, that game Saturday night against Denver, the Joker was already killing us with AD. The Joker might put up 50 on us Saturday night, man. We ain't got nobody for Joker, man. Joker was already, like I say once again, he was already killing us with AD. We ain't even got AD. We ain't got nobody close to AD. So Joker finna eat Saturday night, man. And I'm a Lakers fan. I hate to say it, but one thing about me, I'm always honest about my team. But here we go, y'all. Back to it.
6. He moves into a tie with AI Allen Iverson. 79 40-point games.
Rob, look, we knew earlier today this is going to be an unusual game for LeBron if he did play. He usually likes to arrive several hours ahead of time, get in his kind of private workout on that court. And as you just revealed, none of that happened. He slept a lot. He had to get ready mentally for this game. And they absolutely needed him tonight. Like you said, Rob, there's no way they win this game if he sits. I'm sorry, there's just no way they do it. And he just strapped this team on his back. Said, you know what? Follow me, guys. And was he flawless? No. I'm sure he's going to relive a lot of those turnovers in his head tomorrow on the flight to Denver. But wow, what a show. What a show by him. And they needed all of his energy, all of his effort. JJ Redick at halftime on the interview with Trudell said, he's the oldest guy out here. He's working harder than anyone in that first half. And they kept going in that second half.
Các bạn vừa xem xong video phân tích.
All right, y'all. Hold 1 second. I just wanted to play that for y'all right quick. Let me stop my screen. Hey, appreciate y'all coming in here kicking it with me, man, early this morning. Like I told y'all, hey, we cranking it up early this morning, man. Hey, my Lakers got a good win last night, man. Hey, that whole time, that second half, they had me biting my nails, man. I was like, they better not let Portland come back and win this game after we just lost a bad loss against Charlotte. Ain't no way. We better not lose to Portland. Hey, they had me biting my nails last night, but they pulled it out, man. Like I say, LeBron stepped up in the fourth quarter. Austin Reeves, he had a big charge toward the end of the game, man. They most definitely was able to step it up and pull it out at the end. But once again, they had a lot of turnovers, just like they did against Charlotte. So they most definitely can't go into the game against Denver Saturday night with those turnovers. They most definitely got to have a big game from LeBron, Luka, Austin Reeves, everybody when they play Denver, man. And y'all correct. Somebody said that nobody really got nobody for the Joker. That is true. Joker pretty much do what he want to do. But all I'm saying, y'all, if we don't have nobody, and when I say nobody, we don't have nobody. So, like I said, AD was at least trying. Jackson Hayes and Alex Lynn against the Joker. That is sit down and eat your popcorn because your boy finna eat Saturday night. And like I said, I'm a Lakers fan, but I'm also gonna be honest. But I'm most definitely waiting on that game, man. That's gonna be a good game. I think that's gonna be a kind of little test of the Lakers to kind of see where they at with Luka. I think that was a good thing for them to let him sit last night, get a little rest, because they most definitely gonna need everything from him, LeBron, Austin Reeves when they play against the Denver Nuggets. Y'all know, as a Laker fan, Denver Nuggets got our number. Every time we play them, we always be leading the game. Next thing you know, second half, they always come back and beat us. For some reason, we cannot beat the Denver Nuggets, man. Whether it be the Joker or Murray, they always give us a problem, man. So that most definitely is gonna be a good game. Gonna be, it's gonna be a what you want to call that, eye catcher or a test to see where they at, man. Most definitely, man. But I tell y'all this: if they go in that game, I put it like this, y'all. If they go in that game against Denver Saturday, and for me as a Laker fan, if they just play good and make it a close game, I feel good about that because I'll be like, hey, we just got Luka. We were able to, take Denver to the wire, make it a close game, even though we lost. I wouldn't feel that bad about it. But I will tell y'all this: if they play that game and they end up losing by 20 plus, I'm gonna be like, okay, what the hell? What the hell? we got a lot of stuff to work on. But most definitely, man, I appreciate that, Nick, man. Y'all most definitely double tap the screen, get those likes up, man. Y'all like my content, y'all most definitely subscribe to your boy Big Type, man. Y'all new to my channel. Like I said, I do a little bit of everything, as y'all see. I'm a big Lakers fan. I do the NBA, I do the NFL, college football, college basketball. I do the WNBA also. Also, I do a little bit of boxing. I'm a big boxing fan, so anytime it's a big fight, I'm most definitely going to cover that, y'all. But now, what up with your Carolina Blue, man? Let me see what you say, Allen. You say he might not be talent-wise leadership. He got it beat. Chad King, appreciate you coming through, man. You said two of them with two All-Stars and a great bench scored less than 20 a game in his second finals with the Heat literally was the reason he lost. Fish Bub, you say the Hornets being so sad has put me off of watching basketball for the past 2 years. OG Greeterman, you say the Lakers was up 13, one half, lost by 20 at the end. The game, Denver was killing them. Yeah. That's why I say, man, every time. The Lakers always be up at halftime. And then Denver just turn it on. When they come out that second half, they just turn it on in the third quarter. And it'd be a wrap after that. Let me see. Be good. You say no shit, he didn't have the stats, but you say, but people remember Kobe, MJ, Shaq, LeBron has flopped in the final. No excuses. Chad, you say D-Wade top 3 MVP season before LeBron joined him. Yeah. All y'all make good points, man. All y'all make good points. All right, y'all. Another thing I want to jump into, man. Of course, y'all know Bobby Portis. He got suspended for 25 games. We touched on a little bit of that yesterday, y'all. And we also going to talk about Wemby, man. He out. Big loss for the Spurs. You know, they had just traded for De'Aaron Fox, man. I thought him and Wemby was looking pretty good together, man. We're going to get more into detail. I got a sports doctor that's going to break it down a little bit more as far as with Wemby, with that blood clot injury and how serious it is for Wemby and the reason why he's sitting out the rest of the season. Also, I'm going to throw a little thing at y'all as far as with Lucas, will he sign a new deal with the Lakers? I looked at his contract, and it's very interesting the situation the Lakers could be in if for some reason Luka end up being like, hey, I'm going to opt out this last year, because he has the option to opt out his contract after the 25-26 season, y'all. He got the option where he can opt out and go to another team if he wants to. If for some reason he's not happy with the Lakers, or I guess if he feel the Lakers ain't, going to go nowhere and he want to go somewhere else, then that'd be a big loss for the Lakers, man, because they just traded for him. They probably would be in the situation, y'all, if he ended up like he wanted to go somewhere else. They probably be in a situation where next year they probably would have to try to trade him and get what they can for him. But, that's just a scenario. I'm not saying that's going to happen. It ain't no rumors on that. I just seen his contract, and I just thought that would spark up a good conversation with y'all as a basketball fan. So we're going to talk about that also, man. But and we also going to talk about, I don't know if y'all heard about these athletes been getting their house broken into, man. We're going to also touch on that, man, because there's some guys that been breaking into these athletes' house, man, and they end up getting caught. They was basically making selfies and posting stuff with some of the guys' stuff that they don't stole out of their houses, and them posting stuff and doing selfies end up leading to them getting caught. We also gonna talk about that, man, because they also broke into Bobby Portis' house while we're talking about him. They broke into Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, John Morant not too long ago. So we also gonna touch on that too, man. I think that's stupid when people rob or break into people's house, steal stuff, and then turn around and post it where everybody can see it. I think that's the stupidest shit I ever heard in my life. I thought the game was, I ain't never been no kicking nobody door and rob nobody's stuff, but I'm just saying, I thought the game was if you steal something, you're supposed to be quiet where nobody don't know you did it. Nowadays, people steal and rob and take people's shit. Next thing you know, they posting it. Yeah. Look what we got. That is the stupidest shit. I don't know about y'all, but the game done changed, man. The game has changed. But let me see what y'all saying, and then I'm gonna play. I got something else I'm gonna play with y'all, man. Well, play for y'all. I'm sorry. As far as the situation with Bobby Portis, and like I said, we're gonna get more into detail with the situation going on with Wemby. Let me see, PG. You say LeBron always needed the most help to win, but he makes everyone better. Make that make sense. Fishball say clout chasing. Allen, you say I see. Roadmaster say self-snitching. Most definitely, man. OG, you say Pistons is tied in fifth place in the East. I see that, man. Hey, the Pistons been hooping, man. I see that, OG. Let me see, Allen. You say what about the last 10 years? And OG, you say this year Pistons in the playoffs. Oh yeah, Pistons gonna be in the playoff. And depending on who they play, OG. Hey, depending on who they play, somebody might get knocked out. Depending on who they play that first round. But here we go, y'all. I got this sports doctor right here. I'm gonna play for y'all. He gonna break it down more into detail about the situation with Wemby, man. I thought this was very interesting. What the way he gonna break it down with the blood clots with Wemby. I thought it was very interesting what he talked about. So I want to play this for y'all. It gets more into detail. You know, I'm not really, on top of the game as far as with the medical field, man. So if y'all like me, y'all will probably find this video very interesting, man. This sports doctor, he very good with breaking down different athletes' injuries or whatever. This guy, Brian Stutterer, he very good with it, man. Y'all like to look at stuff like that. Y'all go check this guy out, man. But here we go, man. I'm going to play this for y'all. Like I said, he going to break it down more in the detail about how serious this blood clot situation is for Wemby. As y'all know, he out for the season. Let's get to it, man. Appreciate y'all coming in here, kicking it with me, man. Hey, we got over 100 people in here, man. We only got 18 likes, man. It don't take nothing but a hot second for y'all to double tap that screen, get them likes up, man. Y'all at least give me halfway. At least give me about 50 likes, man. Y'all double tap that screen. Give me the thumbs up, man. Just like when you're wrestling, man. Give me them thumbs up, man. Also, if you like my channel, man, y'all subscribe to your boy Big Tight, man. I appreciate y'all coming through, kicking it with me this morning. Like I always say, I'm snatching the covers off y'all ass this morning. You wake your ass up. Let's get it, man. Here we go, y'all.
After a shocking news drop this morning, the San Antonio Star player is set to miss the rest of the season with a blood clot in his right shoulder. In this video, we're going to talk about exactly what in the world is going on. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Dr. Brian Suter, and the goal in this channel is to teach you more about the medical side of the sports world. And today, that means we're going to be talking about a condition called Paget-Schroeder disease. This is a fancy term for the name of when you get a blood clot, or specifically a deep vein thrombosis, DVT, in the veins in the shoulder. And specifically, this often happens in athletes who are doing a lot of repetitive overhead activity. We, of course, saw this happen with Brandon Ingram when he was with New Orleans, and of course made a full recovery and did just fine. So in no way is this in and of itself something that is career ending, but is very serious and can be a life-threatening thing if not discovered soon enough. So looking at the report from the Spurs here, announced that Victor Wembanyama diagnosed with a deep vein thrombosis, so that's a blood clot, in his right shoulder. Expected to miss the remainder of the season, and updates as appropriate. So to understand this, we really need to start with our anatomy model and walk through where exactly this blood clot occurs. So we're looking here at the muscle layers, and as we hide the muscle layers, we're going to see the key blood vessels that are important here in the neck. Now we're going to hide.
Hey, if y'all just coming in here, this sports doctor right here, he's breaking down the situation with Victor Wemby. If y'all ain't heard, which ain't no way y'all ain't heard, but Victor Wemby, I call him the plastic man. He is out for the season. He had a situation where he got a blood clot in his shoulder, and this doctor right here, he's breaking it all the way down, man. So if y'all, ain't really up to date with the medical field like me, I thought this was very interesting how he breaks this down, and also how serious this situation is with this blood clot in his shoulder, man. It's very interesting, man. So that's why I wanted to play this for y'all, man. So here we go. If y'all just coming in here, that's what I'm playing. Here we go, y'all.
Hide some more through here to get a little bit better sense of things. And I want you to focus on specifically this blue blood vessel right here. This is going to be the subclavian vein. Sub, below, clavian, clavicle. So this is a large vein that is taking blood from the extremity, from the arm, and sending it back up into the heart to ultimately go into the superior vena cava, into the heart, pump to the lungs, get oxygen, and go back out to the arm through the, you guessed it, subclavian artery. Now, classically, a DVT or a deep vein thrombosis, this Paget-Schroeder's disease, is when you have a blood clot either in this subclavian vein or in the axillary vein. So initially, it's the subclavian. It then continues into the axillary vein as it gets down into the axilla. Most of the time, it's going to be here in this subclavian vein. Similar to how you can get a blood clot in the leg, that blood clot can embolize, which means move. And if it moves, the next thing in line is going to be the heart, and then it can go to the lung. So it can be deadly. Now, with prompt medical attention and treatment, this should not be deadly. The blood clot should be treated, resolved, and no emboli are going to get thrown or clots get thrown off to the heart. But this is great that they caught this, because this can be a challenging diagnosis. It's a very rare diagnosis. So absolute props to the Spurs medical staff for catching this before it caused any significant other complications. So then to treat it, what you basically have to do is usually you're put on some sort of blood thinner. Occasionally the clot might be extensive enough where surgeons have to go in and actually deliver some blood clot dissolving medicine directly through the vein, through like a catheter, or even do a thrombectomy where they go in and cut out the blood clot. But more commonly, you're just going to be put on blood thinners. And the reason that Wembanyama can't continue playing is because basketball is enough of a contact sport that you cannot safely compete when you're taking blood thinners because of the risk of other trauma, injuries to the head, etc. And oftentimes it's blood thinners for about 3 to 6 months, hence why he's going to be out for the rest of the season. The bigger question then is, well, why does something like this occur? And a lot of times we see it when it occurs in overhead athletes because of the repetitive overhead positions causing repetitive traction and irritation on that vein as it's coursing through what anatomically is a very nice, tight, narrow space. There's a lot of stuff that takes place up through here. You're going to have the scalene muscles. The scalene muscle is going to come down, and that can cause some compression from the underside up onto the subclavian vein. Sometimes the first rib can be playing a role, where the first rib is, again, causing some tight compression in this whole area we call the thoracic outlet. If you remember Markelle Fultz thoracic outlet syndrome, again, damage to nerves, blood vessels in this thoracic outlet for various reasons. And when you have a vascular DVT vein thrombosis, thoracic outlet syndrome, that's going to be this Paget-Schrader's. The definitive way to treat this, oftentimes these individuals will have surgery because you're going to have the continued repetitive overhead motion playing your sport. And so they try and release or open up this thoracic outlet space. Oftentimes that involves potentially a resection or removing the first rib. Sometimes these scalene muscles can be resected. Sometimes players even have what's called a cervical rib, where there's an extra rib up top here that can be causing additional compression. So a thoracic outlet decompression surgical procedure to try and free up any compression irritation through this space is usually the definitive treatment. Now we've seen with Brandon Ingram, he's come back, he's had a great career, no issues, and I would hopefully expect the same for Victor Wembanyama. So hopefully this kind of makes things a little bit more sense here. Think of this as something that happens most often to repetitive overhead athletes. The repetitive shooting motion can cause trauma in that blood vessel, potentially some compression from nearby anatomic structures. Over time, that causes a clot to develop within that vein. The clot develops, blood can't get back from the arm up in, so you get swelling, pain. Thankfully, in his case, it doesn't sound like the clot moved or embolized into the lungs. But to treat this, you're often going to be put on blood thinners, which restricts your play, and typically undergo a surgery for decompression of this whole thoracic outlet space to remove that external compressive force on the blood vessels. That's it for the video, everybody. Let me know, as always, any questions or comments down below. And until next time, we'll see you later. Bye. After a shocking news drop this morning, the San Antonio Stars.
Let me stop my screen. But that's just a little breakdown, y'all, more in the detail. I thought that was very interesting as far as more in the detail about what's going on and how serious that situation is with Victor Wemby with the blood clot in his shoulder. As y'all see, he breaks it down pretty good, man. I found this guy. He's named Dr. I think it's Stutter or something like that. But he's very good at breaking down different athletes' injury. He most definitely broke down AD's injury. He actually said, he actually put out a video the day before they came out and said AD's injury was going to be an abductor. And he broke it down and explained with his abdominal injury that he was just coming off of, why it had something to do with him coming back too early and then having the injury with his abductor, man. So this guy, that guy right there, he's pretty legit, man. So if y'all like to look at stuff like that, very educational, man, y'all check him out, man. But hey, I see y'all going back and forth in the chat about LeBron, man. Hey, y'all better stop that about LeBron. Y'all better stop it, I say. Y'all better stop that about LeBron, man. LeBron be hooping, man. Now I'm old school, and you know, hey, Kobe, when I was coming up, Jordan was my favorite player. Once Jordan left, Kobe and Kevin Garnett were my favorite two players when I was coming up, man. Right now, I don't really have to be honest with y'all, man. Right now, I still love basketball, but I don't really have a favorite player like I did when I was coming up. But you most definitely can't knock LeBron for what he's doing, man, especially at his age at 40 years old. I know a lot of people say, which is different, y'all. He did go team up. With God damn it, what's his name? Hey, Chad. Hey, y'all can talk in the chat, but you can't say that. You can't say stuff like that. About the the GAY. You can't say stuff like that, man. But hey, y'all can debate. Y'all can do all that in the chat, man. But yeah, y'all leave that stuff out of it if you don't mind, Chad King. Just do that for me, brother. But I'm gonna definitely. Hey, I like y'all got y'all debates, man. One thing with my channel, man. Y'all free to have your opinion. I like that, man, because y'all know that's how it is for real, man. When you're in the barbershop, you with your homeboys, y'all talking, everybody got their opinion. You gonna go back and forth. So I'm gonna definitely like that, man. I like that with my channel, man. But anything, sexual, anything about anybody race or anything, we're gonna leave that stuff out of it. But hey, y'all do your thing, man. I like that, man. Y'all most definitely, hey, y'all do your thing, man. I don't mind you, I don't mind you going back and forth. I like that, man. Hey, keep that going with the chat. I like that, man. I like that. Over here, I don't trip like that. You're free to have your opinion, whether I disagree or or I agree. Hey, that's what I like about sports, man. Everybody have their opinion, whether it be fact or some people be delusional. You got a lot of delusional fans out here, man. Hey, Chad, you good, man? You good? I just have to say that. So I put it like this, Chad. I have to say that because YouTube will flag you for certain things. So I just have to say that to cover myself, you know what I'm saying? But if we was out in the street talking shit, Chad, it's all good. I ain't tripping. But for YouTube, you have to, try to, so they don't flag you, in other words, y'all. But yeah, back to what I was saying. If y'all new to the channel, man, y'all most definitely subscribe to your boy Big Tight, man. Y'all double tap the screen, get them likes up, man. I'm gonna definitely appreciate y'all coming in here. Keep keeping it real and posting up. What some people say, posting up with your boy this morning, man. Cause I'm most definitely snatching the covers off y'all ass this morning, man. But like I said, that was more of the detail going on with Wemby, man. Also, y'all know Bobby Portis got caught PEDs. Right now, he's saying that he took the wrong type of medicine. He said a friend of his gave him some medicine, a pain medicine. It's supposed to have been one thing, but it was something else, which I don't know how true that is, y'all. But your boy might be out here juicing, man. Your boy out here might be juicing like your boy, like back in the day with Jim Carrey on The Living Color, when Jim Carrey was the juice man. Juice, 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 juice. Your boy Bobby Portis might be out here juicing, talking about he took the wrong pain pill. I don't know how true that is, man. But here we go, man. They're going to talk about that more in the detail. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm going to play this for y'all. You say Saroji, you say LeBron is juicing. Hey, he might be doing something, Saroji. Your boy balling at 40 years old. He most definitely don't look like he slowing down no time soon. But you say LeBron juicing. But y'all, wow, man. Let me see if you say OG, you say you ever heard about the Buzz and basketball league for women? No, I ain't heard about that, man. But OG, I will go check it out. I'll tell you what I have seen. I seen the ladies football lingerie league. If you ain't seen that, you need to go check that out. And, hey, and I'm gonna tell you something, OG. They actually be balling. They be throwing the ball, throwing spirals. They be balling, man. They just got them wearing the what you want to call the bikini stuff, man. But I mean the lingerie stuff. I'm sorry, but they actually be out there balling, man. They be throwing the ball, running and catching. They be balling out there. But y'all give me 1 second, man. I'm gonna play this for y'all. This also goes more into detail about the situation going on with Bobby Portis. Y'all give me 1 second. Appreciate y'all coming through, kicking it with me, man. Appreciate you, Chad King, man. Hey, y'all got that chat crop, man. I like that, man. Y'all keep it going, man. Give me 1 second. There's more in the detail. Them talking about Bobby Portis with his suspension, y'all. Here we go.
The NBA announced that Bucks forward Bobby Portis Jr. has been suspended without pay for 25 games for violating the terms of the NBA and NBPA's anti-drug program. He tested positive for tramadol. Now, his agent, Mark Bartelstein, released this statement saying in part that Bobby unintentionally took a pain medication called tramadol, thinking he was taking a pain medication called Toradol. The tramadol pill he took came from an assistant of his with a valid prescription for the painkiller, which he mistakenly told Bobby was Toradol here. So back with our senior insider, Shams Charania. Shams, what more can you tell us about Bobby Portis' suspension here?
Malika, Bobby Portis will lose almost $3 million in his suspension, and the Bucks will lose a premier sixth man, someone that's so vital for them. They're 29-24. Think of it in the Eastern Conference standings, and he's going to be out until at least April 8th with 4 games left in the regular season. But he took a banned substance called tramadol. It's a strong painkiller. It's on the banned substance policy of the anti-drugs policy. And Mark Bartelstein told me that he unintentionally took this pill instead of Toradol, which is frequently sometimes used by players to get over and alleviate pain. And in this instance, Mark Bartelstein told me that Bobby Portis used this in the fall to alleviate pain from an elbow injury. This really shortens and thins the margin of error for the Bucks with Bobby Portis out at least through April 8th.
Yeah, Shams, this is a different.
Hey, one quick thing, we're going to get right back to it. Hey, Roadmaster, hey, they got, I see you said they got a semi-pro female league with full passing in New York. In North Carolina. Hey, they got a couple of them down in Georgia, Roadmaster. They got a whole league down here in Georgia, man. Women's semi-pro football pass. I'm talking about hitting and everything, man. But here we go, y'all. We're gonna get back into it. If y'all just coming in here, they going more into detail about the situation with Bobby Portis and his 25-game suspension, y'all, which I feel like gonna really it's gonna affect, even though he's a sixth man. Bobby Portis is a guy that you need on your team, just like with the Knicks with Josh Hart. You need those type of guys on your team, man. I call those the garbage guys. They do all the dirty work, rebound, putbacks, hustle for plays, dive on the floor for balls. You always need a guy like that on your basketball team, man. But here we go, y'all.
Difficult news for the Milwaukee Bucks, who are already dealing with a bunch of different injuries. We will certainly continue to track this story. We appreciate you stopping by with that information. And to your point, the Bucks have a pretty tough outlook here. Giannis, Dame, dealing with those nagging injuries. They are listed as questionable tonight versus the Clippers. But now this Portis suspension, Milwaukee has the toughest remaining schedule in the Eastern Conference. So this really could make or break their season right here. They're currently in 5th. They have 29 games to go. That means Bobby will be eligible to return with 4 games remaining, as Shams mentioned. So, Brian, how much will this suspension impact the Bucks during that final sort of sprint toward the postseason here?
Significantly, because this is a team that struggled to get 7 or 8 rotation players that they believe in. Doc Rivers has been searching for that. They do, picking up Kyle Kuzma at the trade deadline does give them another power forward option, but Bobby Portis was essentially Brook Lopez's backup center. That's going to require probably some more leaning on Giannis Antetokounmpo the rest of the way. And Giannis is playing already at a super high level. But coming off of this calf injury, which he's missed the last 7 games with, and of course that was an injury that knocked him out of the playoffs last year, they got to be careful. There's only so much more they can ask of him. They're playing him 34 minutes, 35 minutes a game. You don't really want to stretch that out. So the Bucks are in a tough spot right now. They are closer to the play-in than they are to 3rd place, sitting there in 5th. So it's a little bit of a ginger spot. They do have to, I think their focus has got to be avoid the play-in, get into the playoffs, and then you have Giannis. Giannis hasn't been healthy the last 2 playoffs. If they're at least healthy by the playoffs, which Bobby Portis would be back for, right, they have a puncher's chance. But they are right now probably not a team I would favor to get to the conference finals.
You know, Wendy.
I'm sorry. Today was like, I'm ready to be in this
Wendy,
conversation.
it's always fun following you because sometimes maybe it's like glass half empty, but I'm always going to go glass half full because you're right. It is a punter's chance, but there is a little bit of a buffer for them. Okay. There's a 5-game separation between the play-in and where they are in 5th, which means if they can hold on, get Giannis back, obviously have him healthy. If they can hold on, you're going to still have him available for the most important times where Giannis has not been healthy, which is the postseason. To me, that is the bright spot. But other than that, I mean, he was the Bucks' 3rd leading scorer until Kyle Kuzma came in. And like you said, they needed more numbers for their roster and more strong quality premier players. So this is stuff. And then on top of that, like he was a guy that can energize this team, energize the arena. Like you're missing that punch that was really desperately needed because all the stars are handling their business.
I love your positivity.
Oh man.
But I'm with Wendy on this one. I just don't see it. Well, first, that's a lot of money to lose. I feel for him. I feel for Bobby. This miscommunication on what he was taking. I'm sure he's kicking himself right now. But this is a tough loss for the Milwaukee Bucks. And with the strength of schedule they have, they're going to need a lot of, bigger play from everybody. Taurean Prince, Gary Trent, Kyle Kuzma. Giannis is already playing a lot of minutes. With that load that he brings, that off the bench scoring, the double-doubles he's averaging in the last 5-6 games, I don't see them being able to beat.
I will say this. I know that their hands are full in the Eastern Conference, right? You have the Celtics, you have the Cavs, you have the Knicks. I spoke to
Orlando's
Dame.
Coming back
it's true.
healthy.
I spoke to Dame extensively at NBA All-Star. And this is a group that really has a chip on their shoulder. And I feel like they understand that if they're healthy when it matters most, they can make some noise. Now, this hurts their opportunity to be positioned well. Yes. But for some reason, we've talked about it. Giannis, hyper locked into Milwaukee. Dame feels like, hey, I need more respect for what I can do, especially this being the highest scoring duo in the NBA. You need them on the floor. You need Bobby back. But I do think this is a team that still has great expectations, even though there might be a lull coming.
I think Bobby is the chip. And if him missing, that shoulder's missing a lot. With him being out, not only hurts, I think he comes back 4 games left. It helps a little bit, but the chemistry, that much time being out, it hurts him a lot.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to get back to it, y'all. Yeah, I heard about that, OG. I heard he got Lonzo Ball dad foot got amputated. I heard about that, man.
A lot with going forward and trying to have that rhythm going into the
I guess you're glad you have Kuz now.
Right. But the biggest piece of that puzzle is Giannis being healthy. He hasn't been the last 2 postseasons, and we know those endings for the Milwaukee Bucks. If he can be, it's sort of like when you see Giannis playing at the capacity he's able to, how can you bet against the Milwaukee Bucks? There's been a lot of doom and gloom this morning in the NBA, but there is some positive news as well. The Mavericks, Anthony Davis, who suffered a left adductor strain on February 8th. He's making progress. He'll be reevaluated in 2 weeks.
Oh, that's great.
That timeline would have him out for at least the next 7 games.
Great.
Includes the Mavericks' return to LA to face his former team. But Anthony Davis making some progress here, and we have a new timeline now for his return.
That's huge.
Which is good for the Mavericks. Literally huge.
Yeah, it is.
Their lineup is
good for Spurs star Victor Wembanyama, out for the year after being diagnosed with a blood clot in his right shoulder. The Spurs announced this afternoon. The condition was diagnosed this week after Wembanyama returned from the All-Star game. It's a huge blow for the Spurs, who are contending. Now, we got this news about an hour and a half ago, and this is Monica McNutt's reaction when I delivered it to her.
No. I think leading.
All right, y'all. So y'all see AD for the Dallas Mavericks, man. They say he making good progress, y'all. They say he might come back when they play the Lakers, which is not good for the Lakers. But yeah, man, as y'all see, they say AD making a good recovery, man. He might be coming back a little early from that abductor injury. So we'll see how that go. This basically right here, them going into the situation yesterday, basically just a reaction to what happened to Victor Wemby with the shoulder blood clot injury, man. And after this, man, we also gonna talk about today. We also gonna, because y'all know on my channel we do a little bit of everything. We do NBA, we do NFL. We're gonna also get into some of the trade rumors going on out there right now. The situation with the Minnesota Vikings, what they gonna do with Sam Darnold, Aaron Rodgers, what team he might end up going to. The Rams got a situation they're trying to do with Matthew Stafford. Also, where Myles Garrett might be going, Cooper Kupp, Deebo Samuels. So it's a lot of stuff, NFL trade rumors and stuff going on with the NFL too. We're going to also get into that. So we got a lot of stuff we're going to talk about, man. Like I also say, last but not least, we're going to also touch on the situation with all the athletes' house getting broken into and these guys taking selfies with their stuff that they stole out of their house, which led to them end up getting caught. We're going to also touch on that also, y'all. So we got a lot of stuff we're going to talk about, man. Appreciate y'all once again coming in here, kicking it with me early this morning, because y'all know what I always say. I'm snatching the covers off y'all ass this morning. So y'all get up, get out, and get down. Appreciate y'all once again, man. Y'all double tap that screen, get them likes up, man. We got about, 20-some likes. Y'all at least give me up to about 40, 50 likes, man. Appreciate y'all coming in here, kicking it with me this morning, man. And like I always say, y'all like my content, y'all subscribe to your boy Big Tight, man. I most definitely appreciate it. Y'all also can copy a super sticker, super chat, and my membership just started, man. So if y'all want to be a member on my channel, you also can do that also, man. I appreciate y'all. Let's get back to it.
Up to Wemby getting drafted and joining the league, and what we've seen so far, Matt and Christine, the preparation that he had put into his body was paying off, because that's often the conversation around guys of his size. But he's been meticulous for years, his entire team, his family. We know about him coming to games with books. And so to hear this, and it's a shoulder and it's isolated, you grieve for him, because he has worked to get to this place in his career for so long. You think about the Spurs, because you wondered if they had a chance to do something in the next 28 games. And then just the NBA community at large. I know I have enjoyed watching him grow so much. But then, of course, you go back to it and you want to see this young man get healthy. That should be the most important thing.
Yeah, they made the big deal to see if they can go on a little bit of a run this year. This is a player that came over from France. He was one of the most ballyhooed prospects we've seen in a long time. So how does this impact really the Spurs' plan right now and moving forward? They believe it's an isolated condition. We just don't know enough medically yet.
Yeah, so I think about De'Aaron Fox, and I think about his interview with Lisa Salters not too long ago before the All-Star break, and how excited he was to be joining this team and to be running alongside Victor Wembanyama. This is an organization that is well-respected in the league, so they will continue to develop what they have currently, right? But obviously, Matt, like, Victor is the absolute centerpiece, and this is not just a physical blow, but I'm sure it's an emotional blow, because there is a world in which they could have made a push down this next part of the season. However, the Spurs are going to be deliberate. I imagine Victor and his team are going to be deliberate and mindful and make sure that they solve this problem the best way possible so that it doesn't become a recurring or lingering thing.
Okay, so you said they're going to solve the problem with Victor, obviously, when we figure out his health on the court this season. What do you think the Spurs' ceiling is without their superstar?
Yeah, now this is where it gets really tough, Christine, because Victor Wembanyama did so much, and we just talked about the size in the West, and he obviously is one of the most unique players in the game, and so now this puts a lot of pressure on the young guys that are still there. It puts a lot of pressure on De'Aaron Fox, who just left a situation in Sacramento with different hopes of making a playoff run here and with the Spurs. I would think that they're just going to have to continue to shoot the basketball at a high level. Like, if the game has obviously changed in terms of their defense is what I think.
You know what, y'all? Hey, I got something else I'm going to play for y'all. I know they talking about the reaction, but I caught something yesterday. They actually talked to Chris Paul. He was at practice at Spurs, and they talked to Chris Paul about the situation going on with his teammate. I'm going to play that for y'all instead of playing that, man. I thought they had a good conversation with Chris Paul and his feelings as far as how the team, feeling about a situation like that more in detail with some of his teammates, man. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat, man. Let me see. OG, you said you smoking if you think Detroit window has closed. They seem young. They got $90 million in cap space. Yeah, OG. I will tell you this, man. That junk will be crazy. And I say once again, it will be crazy. If they mess around and they get Myles Garrett, that would be cheating. That would be straight up cheating. Cheating, man. That would be cheating. Let me see, Roadmaster. You say at Chad, you say Chad know he had clocks for years without it breaking up and moving. PG, you say that's what's up, Roadmaster. Chad, wow. Mick Swagger, appreciate you coming through, man. You say Detroit about to turn back into a pumpkin. Just wait to see. You say that year was their best. This year was their best chance. OG, you say after revealing the Super Bowl colors next year, seem like the teams are going to be the Chargers and the Lions. Ron Hatt, appreciate you coming through. You said the Pistons not doing anything. Hey, the Pistons, what they in, like fifth place over there? So they doing something, Ron. They doing a little something over there. They in fifth place. They doing something right, baby. Chad King, you say the Chiefs lost their coaches. Did they get worse? I'll say this, Chad. As far as the situation with the Chiefs, this offseason, I will say this, Chad, and I do believe they will fix these problems. They most definitely got to fix the situation at left tackle. I feel like they got to get younger at the receiver because D-Hop, I think he retired. Travis Kelce, he looked like he done lost a step, y'all. Juju, he not the same. I will say this, Rashee Rice will be back next year, but they most definitely got to get a little younger as far as with their receivers. And they got to fix that left tackle position, sure, that offensive line, which my opinion, y'all, with Andy Reid, I'm pretty sure he going to sure that up in the offseason. The defense, they straight on defense. I wouldn't really do too much on the defense. I think they're pretty good on defense. But they most definitely got a couple things to work on as far as with their offensive line and, getting a little younger and athletic at the wide receiver position. It'll be interesting to see if Travis Kelce come back or if they might try to draft a tight end in this draft. I think this is a good draft if you need a tight end. I think it's some good tight ends in this draft that you can get, especially late in the draft where they're drafting at. They most definitely could get a very good tight end in this draft. They most definitely, I know they can't get the tight end from Penn State, Tyler Warren, but they could mess around and get somebody like the tight end from Bowling Green. I also like the tight end from Texas, him. I like the tight end from Michigan. What's his name? Loveland. I like him late. There's a couple of good tight ends, solid tight ends out here in this draft, y'all. So we'll see, as far as with the Chiefs, man, what they do in the offseason. It'll be interesting to see where Myles Garrett go. He said he want to go to a team where he got a chance to win. So it'll be interesting to see where he go. I'll show y'all in a little bit. I got the salary cap. I'll show y'all the team because he said he want to go to a winning franchise where he got a chance to win the big game, the Super Bowl. So I got the salary cap. I'm gonna show y'all teams with winning records, which the Washington Commanders they had the third most money to spend this offseason. The Chargers is up there. As you know, Detroit is up there. So it'd be very interesting to see where Myles Garrett gonna go. But I'm gonna play this for y'all right. I'm gonna play this for y'all right quick. With you know what? Wait a minute. I'm gonna play this. You know what? Since y'all talking about a little bit about football, I'll come back to the basketball. I'm gonna show y'all the salary cap, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all the salary cap. Let me share my screen with y'all. I'm gonna show y'all the salary cap as far as the possible designations where what Myles Garrett probably could go, y'all. People who probably got the money to try to get him. So y'all look at my screen right here. Because y'all know over here, we talk a little bit about everything, man. So I see y'all talking a lot about where Myles Garrett might go. So this is the salary cap numbers right here, y'all. Now, y'all look at the teams. So he said he want to go to a team got a chance to win. So if y'all look at this, the top two teams, we're not worried about the Patriots or the Raiders. The Patriots and the Raiders, they got some years before they turn it around. You got the Washington Commanders right here in third place with $121 million to spend, which I think that'd be a good spot for him to go to. You also got the Chargers. That would be interesting. Team him up with Bosa, because I think Khalil Mack, he debating on whether or not if he might retire. Look at this. You got the Vikings right here. The Vikings are another team, got a winning chance. So you got the Vikings right here with $76 million. You got the Steelers right here, but I don't think he would go to the Steelers. But, you got the Steelers right here. You also got the Broncos. They go to Broncos right there with $71.8 million. And then, like y'all was saying, OG, Greenman, like you saying, the Lions right here, $70.2 million that they got to spend in cap space this year. So that's why OG and some of y'all other people talking about Myles Garrett could go to the Lions. That's the reason why he could have the possibility to go to the Lions, because The Lions got a lot of money. They got one thing I will tell y'all: the Lions, teams like the Lions, teams like the Eagles, they've been doing a great job of drafting, y'all. So that's the reason why these teams got money to spend. They got a lot of young players on their team. They did a great job of drafting. So that's the reason why they could mess around and have an opportunity to try to get somebody like Myles Garrett. You also got the Bengals right here. But the only thing I will say as far as with the Bengals, some of this money finna get sucked out of that salary cap right there because Jamar Chase going to take a whole lot of that money because Jamar Chase want to be the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL. Also, you got to figure out what you're going to do with T. Higgins, whether you're going to tag him or you're going to pay him. You also got Trey Henderson, led the NFL in sacks with 17.5 sacks, y'all. If it's my opinion, I'm going to sign Trey Henderson and I'm going to let T. Higgins walk. It's easier to find a number 2 receiver than it is to find a pass rusher. Pass rushers are harder to find than a receiver. Plus T. Higgins, he always hurt. Every time he turn around, he hurt. So in my opinion, I would, if I was the Bengals, I don't care what Joe Burrow talking about. I'm letting T. Higgins walk. I can find another receiver to be a number 2 receiver. And I'm gonna pay my defensive end. I'm gonna pay my edge rusher, and we're gonna work on this. We're gonna work on that defense in the offseason because everybody know if you're a Bengals fan or if you watch anything with the Bengals, you know their defense is trash. They don't, their defense trash. They most definitely need to work on their defense in the offseason. That's why I say let T. Higgins walk and sign Trey Henderson. So this salary cap money the Bengals got, that's pretty much gonna drop way down. Once they sign Jamar Chase and they sign Trey Henderson, but hey, if they make the mistake of signing T. Higgins and let the defensive end walk, that's gonna be a problem for them. They already have problems on defense. Now, also look at this, y'all. A lot of people ain't talking about this. Look at the salary cap for the Rams. They got $58.8 million. The Rams, they got a very good young defensive line with Jordan Fish. The other guy they got, what's his name? Damn, I forgot the defensive end they got. They got 2 rookies on the defensive line. If they team up Myles Garrett with the Rams got $58.8 million. Another team that y'all might be sleeping on that you might not be looking at. Look at the 49ers, $55.9 million. Look at the 49ers. The 49ers, they also in a situation where they don't put it out there where they're going to trade Debo. Also, they got to make a decision on what they're going to do with Trent Williams. They got to pay him. So that'll be interesting as far as what the 49ers do, y'all. Now, the Colts, I ain't even counting the Colts. I don't see Myles Garrett going to the Colts because the Colts still got some more time. You don't really know what Anthony Richardson going to do. He's been looking real inconsistent. Anthony Richardson ain't been doing nothing. Let's go up here. Now, here you go up here. The Packers, the Green Bay Packers. That's another team that's got a 53 million. They got enough money to pick up somebody like Myles Garrett. The Jets, I don't see him going to the Jets because the Jets ain't got a chance to win right now. We'll see what they do at the quarterback position. The Giants, I'm not worried about the Giants. The Panthers, that's my team, y'all. He most definitely ain't going to the Panthers. We still got a couple of years before we do anything. You got to see what we're going to do on the defense. The Eagles right here had $33.8 million. And the reason why they have that, y'all, because like I said, once again, the Eagles did a great job of drafting. So, but if the Eagles was to try to get Myles Garrett, they pretty much wouldn't have no more money. They pretty much really wouldn't have that much money left to do anything if they did pick up Myles Garrett. But like I said, the Eagles did a great job of drafting. So it really wouldn't hurt the Eagles really if they was to get Myles Garrett. Y'all think about it. But that's the situation with them. Now y'all heard Micah Parsons talking about he would take a pay cut to try to get Myles Garrett. Y'all see this right here. They only got $29 million. And the key word, they got to pay Micah Parsons. So that's why I don't see him going to no doggone Cowboys. I don't see him going to the Buccaneers or to the Chiefs. The Texans, as you see, the Texans only have $19 million. They don't have that much. Baltimore, they only have $18 million. They wouldn't have a chance. The Falcons, they most definitely don't have a chance. Now, the Falcons, if they had money, this would be a good place for them to go if they had the money, y'all, because the Falcons most definitely need a edge rusher. But as y'all see, they do not have the money. They only have $11 million, and they got a lot to do with the situation where they messed up with Kirk Cousins. Also, the Bills, they're a winning team, but as you see, they don't have that much money. The Dolphins, they messed up right now. They only got $4.2 million. It's going to be interesting to see if they trade Tyreek Hill, which I do believe they're going to end up trading Tyreek Hill. So it'll be interesting to see what Tyreek probably end up going in the offseason. As y'all see, Seattle Seahawks, they are in salary cap. They are messed up with the salary cap, y'all. They are negative $301,000 right now. I think that's got a lot to do with the situation where the rumors are out there about them trading DK Metcalf. So y'all keep an eye on that, man. DK Metcalf might end up getting traded. The Cleveland Browns. Now look at the Cleveland Browns, man. They negative $4.6 million. Yeah, you know the Cleveland Browns. They most definitely messed up from the quarterback situation, man. They all messed up with that situation, man. They gave Deshaun Watson all that guaranteed money, man. Deshaun Watson, you know, he re-injured his Achilles again. He just ain't looked the same since all that stuff came up about the stuff with what they call it, the massages. Ever since the stuff with Deshaun Watson with the massages, man, he ain't been the same. It's almost like the massages rubbed all the talent out of him. It's like they rubbed all the talent out of him. Your boy ain't been the same since all the allegations came out about him getting the massages, man. And also, man, Justin Tucker, man, you see him. He in trouble with all this stuff with the massages, man. What's going on with these guys, man? Hey, these boys getting these massages thinking they supposed to get a happy ending, man. Hey, these ladies say, no, pay me for what I do, and I'm finna go to get out the door. Ain't nobody saying that about no happy endings. your boy Justin Tucker, hey, he say rub him in his growing area. He say, I need a massage in my growing area. But yeah, man, these boys better stop it with these massage therapists, man. They say I ain't doing all that. They say I ain't doing all that. But but yeah, man, the Browns, they all messed up, man. But also the Saints. Now, y'all see the Saints, they salary cap is all messed up, man. As y'all see the Saints right here, they are negative $81.4 million with the salary, man. They are all messed up with the salary, man. And as y'all know, the offensive coordinator for the Eagles, Kellen Moore, he just signed up to be the coach over there at the Saints. If I was Kellen Moore and I seen this salary cap right here, negative $81 million, I would have most definitely turned right back around, got back in my car, and drove away from the Saints. Ain't a whole lot he gonna be able to do with a salary cap negative $81 million. Kellen Moore is already in a situation where you might well say he's set up to fail. Unless they do a great job of drafting, y'all. They most definitely have to do a great job of drafting in a situation like this, because you most definitely can't pay nobody to come to the team. As you know, they got to figure out what they're going to do with the situation with Derek Carr. They also got to figure out what they're going to do with Alvin Kamara, the running back. Taysom Hill, as you know, he had a late injury in the season, so he probably going to miss probably like the first half of the season, somewhere in there with his injury that took him out, man. So I will tell you this. Oh man, hey man, I love sports, man. I love talking about sports, man. But there you are right there, man. That's all as far as the salary cap coming up for this season. And as you see, the teams that have the best chance are trying to get Myles Garrett. In my opinion, the team's got the best chance to try to get Myles Garrett because he want to go to a team where he got a chance to win, because he's tired of losing. Once again, and I'm gonna get this off my screen. I think the higher chances are with the Commanders, the Chargers, Vikings, Detroit, Broncos, Rams. I don't think he would go to the 49ers. I ain't even saying the Bengals, y'all, because they got a lot of money they're going to pay out. Also, another good shot will be the Packers, y'all. So there you go. Commanders, Chargers, Vikings, Broncos, Lions, Rams, and the Green Bay Packers, man. So most likely, I believe he'll probably end up going to one of those teams, man. I will say that. Yeah, I did see that. OG. I seen they got a little bonus as far as with the salary cap. It went up, but it's still, it wasn't like a drastic move. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like 30, 40 million. It's gonna help some teams out. But I just wanted to show y'all that because I see y'all in the chat, talking about, with my situation with Myles Garrett, who might try to get him and stuff like that. But I just wanted to show y'all that salary cap situation where you can see the teams that really, really, really do have the possibility to try to get somebody like Myles Garrett, which he gonna make an instant impact off the giddy up, y'all. And like your boy said earlier, I think they were OG saying that. And I'm about to get off for it. Detroit is right here, y'all. As much as I hate to say it, because Detroit got a great team, man, that would be crazy. If Myles Garrett went to the Detroit Lions, that would be crazy. With him and Hutchinson and the D-tackle DJ Reader, that would be cheating. Absolute cheating. If he was to go to the Eagles, that would be absolute cheating. That would be cheating. Come on, man. But yeah, man, I want to share that with y'all as far as with situation where Myles Garrett could have a possible chance to go. Teams that got the chance to the money to sign him. Let me see what y'all saying. Top man, what up with your top man? You say facts, OG. You say Big Tight. Did you see? Yeah, okay, yeah. I was just talking to you with that. Mick Swagger, you say them new streaming deals kicking in. Roadmaster, you say I'm not blowing all my cap space for a single player. He can get hurt at practice and miss the season. You do make a good point, Roadmaster. But I will say this, Roadmaster, if he give you a chance, if you got the money to pay him, if he give you the chance to try to get to the Super Bowl, you most definitely got to take that chance, Roadmaster. Mick Swagger, you say Detroit 9 games, screenshot it. You say 9 games? Mick Swagger, I don't know if I agree with you on that, man. Detroit got too much talent on that team, man. They got talent all around the board, especially on offense. It's gonna be hard to stop them on offense, man. Most teams not gonna be able to match up with them on offense. You got weapons all around the field. Ain't no way in the hell they gonna only win 9 games. If they win 9 games, Swagger, it's because they had some type of key injury. They gotta have some type of key injury. But if everybody healthy, and like I know, if Hutchinson would have stayed healthy, they would have had all them injuries on defense. I most definitely feel like they would have been in the Super Bowl, man. Most definitely, man. If they wouldn't have been in the Super Bowl, the NFC Championship probably would have been Detroit and the Eagles, man. Yo, what up with your top man? Let me see. OG, you said not cheating. Yeah, hey, OG, it's most definitely cheating. Hey, that's just like back in the day, OG. If you came up like I did when you playing silent, when you playing two-hand touch sideline bust, and y'all pick a team, and two of the guys out there, they pretty much better than everybody else. And you pick the team, and those 2 guys end up being on the same team. What you say, OG? Oh, no, hell no. Y'all can't be on the same team. Y'all gonna have to pick over. Matter of fact, y'all be the captains. You be the captain, and you be the captain, because y'all can't be on the same team. And that's the same thing with Myles Garrett. You put him with Detroit, you put him with the Eagles, that is cheating. You got to start over. Y'all can't do that. Y'all cheating. You can't be on the same team. Oh, man. Let me see what you say, Mick Swagger. You say, trust golf. Well, it showed in that championship game against the Commanders as far as with golf, man. He most definitely played a little inconsistent in that game, man. I think in that game, man, they should have kept going with the running back, Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs was gashing them pretty much every time he touched the ball. He was gashing them in the run game. He was gashing them, catching the ball out of the backfield. But yeah, man. So, that's pretty much what it is, y'all, as far as the salary cap. Let me see. I can't say your name, man. But you say, do you know basketball players who are the star players of their European league, of the EuroLeague? I'm sorry. No, you know what? Like I say, I keep up with basketball, but I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm not gonna tell you I keep up with the EuroLeague. I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you that I do not. I pretty much keep up with the NBA, and I watch college basketball, and I watch. I try to watch a little some of the WNBA and the women's college basketball, man. So I ain't gonna lie to you and tell you I keep up with the EuroLeague, but I will tell you this. There have been a lot of good foreign players coming into the NBA now. There's a lot of star, and I mean star, S-T-A-R, star foreign players coming into the NBA and contributing right off the rip. I will say that, man. Let me see. Roadmaster, you said the Eagles don't need him. OG, you said everyone wanted me on their team. Hey, you was that guy, OG. Everybody wanted you on the team. OG, you was the guy everybody picked first. Every time they pick, give me OG. Then somebody else pick, then they get their team, they get to the end of the team. Oh, no, man, hold on. No, man. Yeah, no. Y'all got to pick over, man. Matter of fact, OG, you and Lil Man, y'all be the captain. Y'all can't be on the same team, OG. Yeah, you, OG, you over here. Lil Man, you over there. Top man, you say, bro, we on football right now. Hey, Top man, you know how we do it, man. We was on the NBA, and you know how I'd like to interact with the chat, man. I seen a lot of people in the chat talking about situation with Myles Garrett and talking about football. So we were gonna talk about the NFL anyway today, Top man. So it's all good, man. We bounce around and we bounce that thing off the wall over here like we playing handball, baby. So, hey, we talk about NFL for a while. We'll jump back to the NBA. Like I said, we also gonna talk about the situation with the athletes with their houses getting broke into, man. I think that's crazy, man. I always thought the game was. Now I ain't never been in the stealing and robbing game, but I always thought if you steal something, you're supposed to keep it to yourself. You ain't supposed to tell on yourself. These people over here snitching on themselves, taking pictures and selfies, showing everybody, hey, look what I got. Look what I did. And next thing you know, the police kicking their door down. Man, how they find us? They found you because you out here taking selfies. Look what I got. That thing you know, okay, yeah, we know where they at. Yeah, we know where they at. They right over there off of MLK and 5th Street. Yeah. Get the folks over there and kick their damn door in and get them out of there right now. Oh man. Matter of fact, y'all. Y'all give me 1 second, man. Give me 1 second. Hey, before I go into it, man, appreciate y'all once again coming in here kicking it with me, man. Y'all know what I always say. Hey, I'm gonna snatch the covers off y'all ass this morning. Hey, I love talking to y'all in the chat, man. Y'all, a lot of times y'all bring up pretty good conversation. Y'all make good pointers, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Let me see. What's your name? Slowski? Is it Slowski P? You say wet bananas can't play. Wet bananas? Man, what is you talking about? Hey, Slowski, you gotta explain yourself. What is you talking about, man? What's it? Wet bananas can't play. What you wow, man? Oh man. Hey, I don't know what you talking about, man. Your boy wow, man. Hey, Top man, I'm gonna give him one more chance. He say something else wow. We most definitely, y'all know how we do it. And we're gonna throw you right on out the club. We're gonna get that bouncer. Hey, your boy over here tripping, man. He done had too much to drink. Get his ass up out of here. And y'all know, like I know, if y'all go to the hood club, them bouncers will put you in the chokehold with the quickness and take your ass right up out the club and throw you outside on your head and tell you better not come back here or we're going to throw you out on your head again. Get on club. And your belt buckle, you're going to be going out the club on your tippy toes. And when you get out there, you already know when you get out there to that door, Everybody gonna be out there standing in line waiting to the club. They gonna throw your ass right out there on the curve. Now don't bring your ass back in here. Hey, that's exactly how we gonna do your boy. I'm gonna give him one more shot. He coming here slipping again, drinking too much. We gonna throw his ass right up out the club. I'm gonna get the bouncer. Come over here. Go on and get him. Get his ass on out of here. Get him on out of here. He done got drunk at the club, grabbing on all the girls hollering, hey, get him, hey, what you doing, man? He just grabbing on everybody. What up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, get his ass out of here, man. He messing up the vibe. Get him out of here, top man. But let me see what you say. Chad King, you say, what did you think about Mayo getting fired? Hey, Chad, my opinion, and top man, I thought that was messed up. You talking about Gerard Mayo for the Patriots, right? If you talking about the same person I'm talking about, I thought that was a messed up situation, man. Because like I said before on one of my other lives, I feel like when you're a coach, man, you gotta give these coaches at least about 3 to 4 years for them to turn the team around, man. It's hard to try to turn the team around in 1 year. And he had a rookie quarterback. And he was on the team where they ain't really got no talent around Drake May. Ain't really got no talent on the defense. That man was not going to turn that team around in that division. You in the division with Buffalo. They in the division with the Buffalo. They in the division with the Jets. Even though the Jets, they didn't do what everybody thought they were going to do, but the Jets still got a lot of talent on that team. And I feel like if the Jets get a quarterback and they straighten up their offensive line, I think the Jets will have a winning season. And I think Aaron Green is the perfect coach for that team because Aaron Glenn, I think he gonna get that team in the right direction. And I feel like Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson, they went to the best two situations as far as new coaches going to new teams because they ain't gonna have to do a lot of stuff to turn their teams around. Ben Johnson went to Chicago Bears. They got a lot of talent on Chicago Bears. All they really got to do on that team is get the offensive line straight. They got a lot of talent. As far as with the Jets, all Aaron Glenn got to do, get the right quarterback in there, get maybe about 2 good offensive linemen. They in the house. So, but yeah, back on that with Mayo, man, I just feel like this my thing with that top man and Chad King. I feel like this, man. When a coach come to a team, he get hired to a team. His first year, you might as well throw that first year in the trash can because he is basically coming to a team where he is inheriting the guy that just fired. He is inheriting his team. So let's say, for example, with Gerard Mayo, let's say he come in and he run a 3-4 defense. If the last coach ran a 4-3 defense, guess what? He already got a problem because now he got guys on the defensive line I say guys in the front 7 that don't fit his scheme. Now he got to try to get a 3-4 edge rusher in there instead of having a 4-3 because if y'all know, like I know, most of the time a 4-3 edge rusher can't play the 3-4 outside linebacker because they too big. They're not quick and fast enough. 4-3 is more made for athletic linebackers. And also the three defensive tackles, the 3 defensive linemen on the 3-4, especially your nose guard, got to be a hog molly. He got to be able to eat up blocks. He got to be able to stand his ground taking on double teams. If you don't got your a big hog molly at the nose guard position in the 3-4 to be able to eat up blocks and take up those double teams, that nose guard gonna get pushed into the linebacker's lap, and the 3-4 is made for the linebackers to make plays. So I think that was a messed up situation with Gerard Mayo, man. They didn't give him a chance to get his people in there to turn it around. You at least need about 3 years. You need the first year, you got to try to get some guys out and try to get you a couple of guys in. The second year, now you got you a year to draft. You got you a little more time with free agency, so you can kind of get a couple more guys out, get a couple more of your guys in. Third year, okay, let's see how we go. The team should get a little better. Fourth year, That'll give you four years to get your guys in there, get the right type of guys in there for your scheme, your offensive scheme. Now let's see what he do by the fourth year. Third, fourth year, we need to see what he do. After that, by that fourth year, if he ain't been able to at least point the team, I ain't saying we got to be in the ALC or NFC championship, but if by that fourth year he ain't got my team pointed in the right direction where it look like we got a positive future, then that's when I'll probably be like, you know what, we might have to get somebody else there here. You know, you ain't really made no progress. Then I'll be like, okay, we'll get rid of you. But 1 year, it's very seldom a team turn around in 1 year, man. If a team turn around in 1 year, they didn't really need that much. They pretty much probably just needed a quarterback, you know, situation like that, man. So, yeah, I think that was a messed up situation. Top man and Chad King, what happened to Gerard Mayo. Even though I feel like the coach they got now, I feel like he's a good coach. I still feel like Gerard Mayo got a bad deal with that, y'all. That's just my opinion. You know, whether y'all agree or disagree. But y'all give me 1 second, man. I'm gonna play this for y'all while we on the football. And we'll go back to the basketball in a little bit, man. Like I say, once again, y'all like my channel. Y'all most definitely subscribe to your boy, man. Y'all double tap that screen, get them Lizzy likes up, man. And also, my memberships have started. So if y'all want to be a member to my channel, y'all most definitely get you a membership. Also, you can copy your super sticker, super chat. I most definitely will highlight it. I most definitely will read your comment. But here we go right here, y'all. Give me 1 second. Hey, OG, hey, you my size. You my size, OG. That's my size right there. That's my size. I'm 6'2", 230 myself. I'm always between 225, 230, man. You know, back when I was playing ball, man, I used to be like 245, 250. And like I say, I played tight end, but I was more of a receiving tight end, y'all, because as you know, I had the size as far as the weight-wise for tight end, but I didn't have the particular height for the tight end. Which, you know, height for a tight end, they want you to be 6'4", 6'5". You know, I'm 6'2", but when, you know, with cleats on, they give you an extra inch with the screw-ons. But, you know, so with my game, you know, I more relied on, you know, being able to read the defense, you know, with my speed, being able to get open against, you know, certain zones, certain coverages. But I knew for me as a football player, I knew it wasn't going to go no farther than college because I didn't have the height. I had the weight, but I didn't have the height to go to the next level. But I'm all good with that. It is what it is. Hey, I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed my football career in high school. I enjoyed myself in college playing football. I learned a lot. I learned how to break down film, read defenses. So, hey, I don't have no regrets, man. It is what it is, baby. Hey, you got to be what God blessed you with. Hey, but here we go, y'all. I'm going to play this right here for y'all while we on the football, and then we'll get back on the basketball. I just want to play this for y'all. This is like a little update as far as what's going on as far as with the trade rumors, where they think Aaron Rodgers, you know, people like him, Myles Garrett, who else? Sam Darnold, you know, kind of like a little update as far as what they think some of these places going to go, man. Give me 1 second. Hold on, let me find this for y'all. Okay, here we go, y'all. This is more of an update as far as what they think, as far as what Sam Darnold might end up doing, Aaron Rodgers, Matthew Stafford. So I'm going to play this for y'all, man, while we're on the football situation. And we'll come back to the NBA in a little bit. But here we go, y'all.
Action, Stafford on the move. Scott finds his man. Touchdown, Williams. Darnold's in trouble, and down he goes. Darnold slings it, and he's picked.
And our defense just went crazy and was attacking the quarterback.
Everything that could go wrong for Minnesota has. One for the touchdown. What a night for Chris Shula's defense.
So great to just come out here and play aggressive, play fast, physical, and get the win.
Sam Darnold was one of the league's best quarterbacks last season when he wasn't playing the Lions or Rams. He went 0-4 against them, posting a QBR that was 30 points lower than against all other teams. In the Week 18 and wildcard losses, the Vikings scored a total of 18 points. Senior NFL writer Jeremy Fowler is back with us. Okay, so the NFL franchise tag window opened on Tuesday. What are you hearing about the potential possibility of Sam Darnold staying in Minnesota?
Yeah, well, I'm told that the Minnesota Vikings are open to doing a deal with Sam Darnold. People I've talked to around the league believe that the franchise tag is not the likeliest path that Minnesota would take. That's a high number of around $40 million. So Minnesota's stance seems to be that they're not going to mortgage the future for Sam Darnold. If he's getting major bank with another team somewhere else, they probably won't mortgage their future in that regard, but they're certainly open to having him back. They loved having him. What was made clear to me, though, is J.J. McCarthy is the franchise quarterback at some point, whether that's 6 months from now, 12 months, 18 months. They have not made that firm determination yet, but he will be the guy. So whoever steps in this year is essentially a bridge quarterback. Daniel Jones could make some sense. I'm told that he's still on the table as an option. He was in the building last year. He would be a cheaper alternative to Sam Darnold.
Okay, that makes sense, keeping JJ in the building. Okay, so Matthew Stafford's future with the Rams has come into question after the team's intention to trade Cooper Kupp became public. So where do things stand between Stafford and LA?
Well, I talked to a team source who said the Los Angeles Rams definitely want Matthew Stafford back and that they're trying to talk through what could be a new contract. Well, will have to be a new contract because he's due only $27 million in cash this year on a $50 million cap hit. That is simply untenable. Whether they can work out the deal is the question. If they can't, certainly there'd be a lot of interest league-wide in executing a trade. Look at all the teams around the league that need one, starting with the New York Giants. They would love to have a quarterback like Matthew Stafford. But the sense around the league and with the people I've talked to inside the building is that cooler heads should prevail. Matthew Stafford's still a top 5 to 6 quarterback in this league, that they can work something out that he will remain a Ram.
So if we're talking quarterback futures, you know we have to talk about Aaron Rodgers. He will not be returning to the Jets. What could the next landing spot be for the now 41-year-old quarterback?
Well, as a contingency, we mentioned the Rams. I do think there'd be something there if for some reason the Rams move on from Matthew Stafford. And as our Adam Schefter alluded to, Aaron Rodgers has some relationships with people in the building with the Rams. He lives in LA in the offseason, a lot of marketing opportunities in LA. So it could certainly make some sense in that regard. But outside of that, and that job's not open right now, people I've talked to around the league do not see a natural fit for Aaron Rodgers. There just aren't a lot of teams that make sense for him, whether there's a team that needs a quarterback but isn't in contention. I do look at Cleveland because I'm told from sources there that every quarterback with any sort of starter's experience, they're going to evaluate and look at as a potential option. So you have to include Aaron Rodgers in that. But probably doesn't make a lot of sense there. Las Vegas, they're trying to restart a new culture with Pete Carroll. So there could be some options, but none that are just slam dunk no-brainers for Aaron Rodgers at this point.
And I also want to point out, as you mentioned last week when we talked about Aaron Rodgers, he is a very interesting personality. So a team would have to fit with that as well. Jeremy, I appreciate you.
Go the sneak over the left side, and the beast is in the end zone.
A lot to learn from this one. Obviously, wasn't pretty, but these playoff games, you got to win by one. That's all that matters.
Derrick Henry.
Now, this right here, y'all, if y'all wonder where it's going, they basically going to be talking about the situation with Mark Andrews with the Baltimore Ravens and the fact that Lamar Jackson done had problems in the playoffs trying to, get past the Buffalo Bills, get past the Chiefs to get to the big game. So this a little bit on that as far as the situation where they're in a situation whether or not they're going to pay Mark Andrews or let him walk. But here we go, y'all.
And the Ravens are right back in it in Buffalo. Deep over the middle, wide open is Andrews. Gets away from the tackle, but the ball's out.
It don't always go our way. We want it to, but at the moment time, it's like it's not going our way. We need to figure that out.
Fires to the goal line. Touchdown! Now it comes down to a 2-point conversion. Rolls to the right, throws, complete. No! Dropped it. Celebrate, Bills Mafia. Kansas City, here we come.
There is no question that Lamar Jackson is one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Statistically, he honestly played better this past season than any of his previous seasons, including the 2 in which he won MVP. He's only 28 years old, but he just can't seem to have playoff success. So what do they need to do this offseason to change that? Jeremy Fowler tries to answer that question.
With the league's best offense led by 2-time MVP Lamar Jackson, why have the Ravens come up short of the Super Bowl the past 2 seasons? Baltimore's core issue is this: it doesn't play its best football in January.
They drop the ball. 3rd Turnover by the Ravens.
The Ravens are 3-5 in the playoffs with Jackson under center, and in this year's divisional round, outplayed the Buffalo Bills and lost thanks to 3 turnovers. This was uncharacteristic for a team that turned it over just once over the previous month. So what changes? People with Baltimore that I've spoken to swear the team doesn't play tight in the playoffs. The necessary improvements this offseason could make January's success more attainable.
At the moment time, it's like it's not going our way. We need to figure that out.
The defense could use at least one playmaker, particularly in the secondary, which struggled early in the season. The offense needs a vertical receiving threat to complement Zay Flowers, and re-signing left tackle Ronnie Stanley is a priority. Regardless, Baltimore is positioned to capitalize on Jackson's prime with an overdue breakthrough.
The Ravens may have experienced their share of playoff failure, but they have great odds to break through in 2025. Baltimore is plus 650 to win the Super Bowl, 60. Only the Eagles have shorter odds, which makes sense. And senior NFL writer Jeremy Fowler joins us for more on Baltimore and the rest of the AFC North. So what is the Ravens' top offseason priority to try to help Lamar Jackson finally make that Super Bowl breakthrough?
Well, the Ravens have to figure out what to do with Lamar Jackson's top target for so long. Tight end Mark Andrews has that $16.9 million cap hit. They can save about $11 million on the cap if they do move on. Coming off declining production, but he is a core Raven, a guy they love having around for so long, and he's only 28 years old. So he could have a trade market if they decide to tap into that. The NFL Combine is next week. We should get more clues into what they want to do. They have to address this offensive line, too, because they could lose left tackle Ronnie Stanley and left guard Patrick McCarry to free agency.
Okay, so a lot of teams have to figure out what they're doing with their players' contracts. The Bengals face the difficult task of trying to sign Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Trey Hendrickson to long-term contracts. So what are you hearing about Cincy's plan to try to complete that trifecta?
Okay, y'all, so this is what I was talking about earlier when I was showing y'all the salary cap as far as with the Cincinnati Bengals. He's going to talk more a little bit into detail as far as the situation with them having to sign Jamar Chase, the situation with T. Higgins, and them having to sign Trey Henderson because he led the NFL in sacks with 17.5 sacks, y'all. And they also got to fix their defense. So here we go on that, y'all.
I'm hearing that they are going to try. It's uncertain whether they can pull it off, and a lot of people around the league are skeptical. But they got Trey Hendrickson, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. They are going to try to pull all that off if they can. I'm sure they'll make them contract offers here in the next weeks and months. That starts with T. Higgins, who they have to decide on the franchise tag. The expectation league-wide is that they will tag him at around $26 million. That's a placeholder to try to work out a long-term deal. As is told to me, owner Mike Brown simply does not like to walk away from elite talent, and here he's got 3 elite players. The problem is you have Trey Henderson leading the league in sacks, and the pass rush market is exploding. It's well over $30 million per year. So that's a lot of money for a 30-year-old, no matter how good he is. And then Jamar Chase, best receiver in the game right now. So his market is going to be pushing $40 million a year. So they're going to have a lot on their books for a team that already has a lot of deficiencies on the defensive side of the ball that it has to address in free agency. So a lot of money being spent in the next month. It will be an ambitious offseason for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, sounds very expensive. So those are players that can help their quarterback. The Steelers, they're mulling whether to run it back next season with Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. So where do things stand in Pittsburgh?
So I know that there is some internal optimism or some sentiment for Justin Fields as an option as their quarterback moving forward, and that both sides are open to a potential deal. We'll see how this all shakes out. Fields could have options because Sam Darnold on the market is the top quarterback. Fields might just be number 2 based on age and upside. So you take a team like the New York Jets, who could get involved with Fields. Meanwhile, Russell Wilson has made the Steelers a priority. He loved it there. He would like to be the quarterback there. Certainly Mike Tomlin feels a commitment or a loyalty to Wilson that could show over time here in the next couple weeks. And so both of those options are on the table. Do the Steelers pivot to like a Sam Darnold? There are even some whispers around the league that maybe they'll look broader at all the quarterbacks that are available, that they feel that they can help them, not just Fields or Wilson.
All right, so the final AFC North team, Myles Garrett, requested a trade from the Browns earlier this month. He's got 2 years left on his deal. So what's Cleveland's stance on him and moving him?
Yeah, Christine, the stance is still.
All right, y'all. So this a little bit of update on what's going on with the Myles Garrett situation. And I most definitely agree with you, Chad. I most definitely agree with you, man. I feel like they should let T. Higgins walk. I feel like it's easier to find a receiver than it is to find an edge rusher, a pass rusher, man. If it was my opinion, I would sign Jamar Chase. I would sign Trey Henderson, and I would let T. Higgins walk. And you could get a good number 2 receiver in free agency or in the draft. That's just my opinion on that, y'all. But here we go. As far as with Myles Garrett's situation.
A hard no. I checked on that this morning. They have no plans to trade him. That's been their sentiment since he made the trade request a few weeks ago. Teams are going to try, but I was actually told that not a lot of teams have inquired so far, in part because they know the answer is no right now. So there are a lot of rumblings about where he would fit and, which team he could bring into contention, whether it's Washington or Philadelphia or Detroit or all these teams would love to have him, of course, but those teams would have to break through the third wall of making Cleveland actually want to do a deal. So this could be one of those classic standoffs where Myles Garrett is dug in and the Cleveland Browns right now appear dug in as well.
So y'all see right there. So that kind of put a what you want to call that, a thorn in the side as far as the situation with Myles Garrett, because as y'all see, Myles Garrett want to get out of there, but the owner said he ain't trading him. So that's what the problem is, y'all. That's why he's saying a lot of teams is not calling for Myles Garrett, because like he just said, the answer that the owner and the general manager been saying is no. The owner said he is not trading Myles Garrett. So that's what the problem is right there. That's why Myles Garrett made it public that he want to be traded, trying to get teams to start calling about it. But Myles Garrett in a messed up situation because the owner said he is not trading him. So that's a sticky situation over there, y'all. So that's the reason why I stopped it, and I want y'all to hear that, because as much as all of us be talking about where we think Myles Garrett might go, the key to it is the owner say he ain't trading him, and if the owner say he ain't trading him, hey, you ain't going nowhere. I pay you. You don't pay me. I pay you. But here we go, y'all.
You mentioned Detroit. Aiden Hutchinson is over here on podcast saying how much he would love to play with him. So we'll see exactly what happens with Myles Garrett. Jeremy, thank you.
Oh, hold on, y'all. My bad. Give me 1 second. Let me get that off my screen. But yeah, man, that's more in the detail and more of an update as far as what's going on with the situation with Myles Garrett. Also, how y'all feel about the situation with them talking about as far as with Lamar Jackson, as far as with him not winning, not being able to, I say in other words, I put it like this, y'all. Let me throw this at y'all. What y'all think about this? Now, I don't know how old y'all are, but back when I was coming up, well, I say not when I was coming up, when I was younger. Y'all know how they used to say the same thing about Peyton Manning. They used to always say Peyton Manning win all the games during the season. But every time he got in the playoffs and he went against the Patriots or, whatever, they would get knocked out of the playoffs. So they would, the big knock on Peyton Manning back then was, he couldn't win the big game. They put up all the stats in the regular season. What y'all think about that? Kind of like the same situation with Lamar Jackson. I know he's a different type of quarterback, but if you look at the situation, it ain't too much of a difference, y'all. Y'all might agree. You might disagree, but I'm just throwing it out there at y'all, bouncing that off the wall, like I say, like handball. Lamar Jackson put up the stats during the season. They win during the season, but every time they get in the playoffs, they get knocked out by Kansas City, got knocked out by Buffalo this year. And then another thing, man, when they get in the playoffs, it's like they changed their game. And that game against Buffalo, they didn't run Derrick Henry like they've been running them the whole season. And I think they did that 2 years in a row. They did that last year when they got knocked off. What got them to the playoffs, they went away from it in the playoffs. So that's why I'm throwing that out there at y'all about the situation where with Lamar Jackson, because he almost be like the same situation like with Peyton Manning. You put up the stats in the season, you win through the season, you get in the playoffs, and you can't get over the hump. And y'all might agree, like I always say, y'all might agree, you might disagree. And y'all know on my channel, I don't mind if you disagree. If you agree with my channel, I like to have the freedom. I ain't one of them guys where if you disagree with me, I'm gonna kick you off the channel or I'm gonna get mad at you. Over here, I want you to have your free opinion, man. Because one thing I can't go to the barbershop no more, so I have to bring the barbershop to me. I'm one of them guys where my hair started coming out at the top early. So, I got the new haircut. I got my new haircut that I do now. It's called Do It Your Damn Self. So now I got my own haircut called Do It Your Damn Self. Now I have to bring the barbershop feel to me, man, because I miss those days in the barbershop going in there, everybody talking about sports, talking about what's going on, everybody giving their opinion, people agreeing, people disagreeing. So I try to bring that barbershop feel to my show because of my Do It My Damn Self haircut. I can't go do it at the barbershop no more. But I don't know about y'all. I don't know about if y'all hair don't start thinning out at the top. But when it do, y'all most definitely can join the club of Do It Your Damn Self haircut. It is very popular across the whole world. There's a lot of people with the same haircut style called Do It Your Damn Self and cut it all off. Oh, man. Let me see. David Allen, appreciate you coming through, man. You say Cleveland's owner need to be relieved of their ownership. You know, he ain't going to let it go, man. Because, you know, you got those diehard Cleveland fans, man. Just look at all them years Cleveland been losing, and Cleveland got diehard fans, man. They still be at them games. He ain't going to sell that team. Because, you know, if you know, like I know, eventually, I don't know what it's going to be, but eventually, one day, Cleveland going to get it turned around. It might be 10, 20 years from now. Shoot, we might be dead and gone. But one day, like that boy say on, what that little boy say on The Color Purple, one day they going to turn it around. One day they going to finally turn it around. But, yes, sir, man. They most definitely deserve better, David Allen, man. I appreciate you coming through, man. Another thing I want to touch on, y'all, give me 1 second. I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Y'all new to my channel. David Allen, man, what we do over here. As you see, I got Wemby on here and David and Portis. For my background, man, we do a little bit of everything over here, man. We do the NFL, we do NBA, college basketball, we do boxing. So if you like that type of style, man, when you talk about pretty much everything, because I look at a little bit of all sports. So if you like that, man, you most definitely came to the right place, man. So y'all like this, man, y'all most definitely subscribe to your boy Big Tight, man. Y'all double tap that screen. Or like I always say, y'all shoot that 8 ball to the top corner pocket, man. Hit them 3 dots. You also can get the likes up there with the 3 dots in the top right-hand corner, y'all. But I got something else I want to touch on with y'all. Like I was telling y'all earlier, we were going to get to this situation as far as with the athletes' homes being broke in. I found a couple of little clippings as far as these guys doing selfies and showing themselves with the athlete stuff. Matter of fact, they caught one guy in a traffic stop, and he had Joe Burrow, what is jersey? I think he had one of Joe Burrow's LSU shirts or something in his trunk and stuff. Man, these boys wild around here, man. These guys are wild. But I'm gonna play this for y'all, man, because I wanted y'all to see this. Give me 1 second, man. Let me get my screen going. Give me 1 second, man. Once again, man, I appreciate y'all coming in here kicking it with me, man. Let me see. I got 2 of them. Let me see which one I'm gonna play for y'all. Okay, I'm gonna play this one right here first, y'all. Give me 1 second.
Tonight, federal prosecutors announcing charges against 7 people allegedly behind the rash of several high-profile home burglaries targeting pro athletes, including Kansas City Chiefs stars Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes. Authorities say the alleged burglars are all from Chile and part of what officials describe as a South American theft gang. They say they broke into at least 6 different homes between October and December of last year across 5 different cities, stealing a total of roughly $2 million worth of valuable items. Investigators say they use cell phone data to track the group's movements, even finding this photo posing with items stolen from Milwaukee Bucks forward Bobby Portis. 4 of the suspects.
Now, y'all look at this, man.
Finding this photo posing with items.
Hey, look at these dudes, man. They just look at these dudes. They just posted the picture. They ain't covered their face. These dudes ain't got on no mask. They covered their face. They just like, yeah, like deuces, baby. Like, hey, look what we got, deuces. Hey, right after this right here, the federal agent like, hey, you know what? Yeah, we know exactly what that said. We finna go kick the door in on them. The boys just straight up telling on themselves, man. I don't understand. The game most definitely done changed, y'all. I thought when you steal something, you're supposed to be quiet and keep it to yourself so nobody don't find out. Nowadays, these guys, steal, rob. That thing, they on there doing a selfie, on there record themselves on YouTube, talk about what they did, showing their face. These boys wild out here, man. But here we go, y'all. And look, they just smiling. They just smiling like they just smiling like they taking a picture at a cookout. Your boy just sitting there smiling, posted up like they had a cookout with the fellas, man. Like they doing a little backyard cookout for the game or something, man. Back there playing horseshoe. Well, here we go, man.
Items stolen from Milwaukee Bucks forward Bobby Portis. 4 of the suspects were arrested earlier this year during a traffic stop when police say they found a Louis Vuitton bag and this LSU shirt belonging to Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow.
Y'all see that? Hold on, let me wind this back. Y'all look at this, man. This dude riding around with his stuff in his car, man. These dudes, hey, they just do not learn, man. Look at this. He's riding around with Joe Burrow LSU shirt in his trunk right here, y'all. They ain't even got rid of it, man. They should have got rid of it or something, man.
Belonging to Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow.
Some of the things that they're taking are very identifiable. I think that's where the miscalculation was. If you didn't rob, Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow, would anyone really have put it on the news? Probably not.
The latest high-profile burglary happening Valentine's Day night at the LA home of Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban, but officials have not named a suspect or said if they believe it may be connected to previous break-ins.
Now, the men arrested have been charged with conspiracy to commit interstate transportation of stolen property. If convicted, they each face up to 10 years in prison. Lester.
Thanks for watching.
All right, y'all. I just wanted to play that right there right quick for y'all. I think these guys, man, these guys is wild, man. Going in here robbing. First of all, you got to be bold anyway to go in somebody's house because you don't know what's in that house. When they ain't there, I guess they looking at them when they leave, tracking them or whatever. But I just think that's wild, man. Steal somebody's stuff and then sit up here and make selfies. We see the dude that got caught in the traffic stop. He's now I'm gonna tell y'all, this is not nothing that just happened a couple of days ago. These dudes riding around with it in their car. It's just wild to me, man. I just wanted to show y'all that. I just thought that was wild, man. But yeah, man, we're gonna get back on topic, man. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna share my screen with y'all once again. Y'all give me 1 second. Y'all give me 1 second, man. We're going to jump back into the basketball. Y'all know how we do it. This right here, what I was telling y'all earlier, this is them. They caught up with Chris Paul in one of the when they're about to get ready to practice. Caught up with Chris Paul and talked to him about the situation going on with Wemby, how him and the teammates felt about it, how they felt when they found out about it. So I'm going to play this for y'all. Chris Paul talking about the situation with Wemby, man. But here we go, y'all.
When you guys found out about Wemby?
Tough more than anything. I think for all of us, knowing how much he means to our team, but more so knowing how much he means to the game and how much he loves to play. So,
have you been able to talk to him since he found out about this? And if so, what's kind of his outlook?
Yeah, but that's for us. You know what I mean? I talk about it all the time. He one of the best humans I ever met, in this league for a long time. So I think for us, we just, more than anything, we probably just miss him being around.
Is there a concern, obviously, for his health with this type of diagnosis?
We don't know, but so much. Like, we were here too, just like you guys. You know what I mean? So,
knowing how he is as a person, how do you expect him to kind of take this recovery process and handle this news?
I mean, Vic is 21. You know what I mean? So I know for me at that age, you can't imagine not playing and missing a game or anything like that. So I think he'll attack recovery as well as you possibly can.
Teams that have dealt with, season-ending injuries to guys like stars like this. What is kind of some of the keys as a veteran leader to kind of get the guys?
First and foremost, I think everybody understands that basketball is what we do, not who we are. So life and everything is so much more important. But for us, we know losing a big part of our team like that is by committee, and trust me, you can't replace Vic. I can't stand on a guy's shoulders and block every shot that comes to the rim, and aside from his basketball ability, his charisma and what he brings into the locker room, I think is what we'll miss the most.
Can you put into words the adversity? I mean, first Pop, now Wemby. It's been a wild ride this season.
Man, it's been extremely tough, tell you to say the least, especially with this organization and how they put everything into perspective, so obviously the Pop situation, knowing what he means to the league, Vic, and, him playing his first All-Star game. I think for us, we know we got a job to do, but just like anybody, we worry about our people.
Chris, this is a young group who now was expected to make a push for the playoffs with Pop, with Wemby. Do you have to now take even a greater role than you already have vocally to kind of corral this young group?
No, I don't think about that by any means. Everybody's dealing with it the same way in different ways and whatnot, but like I said, we still got a job to do. We got a big game tonight here. Of course, just like any team, we got a team group chat and all that different type stuff. But, we got a job to do tonight.
Can this team still make postseason?
That's the plan. That is absolutely the plan. That didn't change. And I know Vic, I know Pop, they wouldn't have it any other way.
How and when did the guys find out?
We talked about it as a team this morning. Honestly, all those different details, it's irrelevant, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's been a little bit tough for everybody.
How do you talk through getting this news and working through it for the rest of the season to some of the younger guys who haven't really experienced some of this kind of stuff?
You listen, right? You talk. A lot of us are together more than we're actually with our own families, right? So we've become a family. So you keep things in perspective as far as life and what it means, but when the game comes around, like I said, we got a job to do. That's a time for us to get everything off of our mind, actually, so that we can compete and play this game that we love.
Safe to say Mitch handled this news like he has everything else this season.
Man,
carry on.
It's wild to think, the circumstances and the situations that we've been through as a team this year. But I think you guys know when situations.
All right, y'all. So I wanted to play that for y'all. That basically Chris Paul, them talking to him as far as, how they felt, their opinions on it, how they dealing with it as a team, as far as the situation with Wemby and his blood clot in his shoulder, and the fact that he's going to be out for the rest of the season. So I wanted to play that for y'all. That pretty much gave you a kind of like a aspect as far as with one of his teammates, as far as especially, a known teammate as far as Chris Paul, man. OG in the game. Most definitely, man. Let me see. Let me catch up with some of y'all chats, man. Roadmaster, you say got to hop to live, see what they going on. Oh, most definitely, Roadmaster. I'll be over there in a little bit, man, because I'm about to get out of here in a little bit. I'll be over there in a little bit, Roadmaster. OG, you say don't go over there with team delusional people. Oh, man. Let me see you say OG. You say drafted kickers with the A pick. Hey, OG. Hey, I'm a Panther fan, man. Hey, we ain't that bad. Hey, it is some delusional. It is some folks that delusional, though, OG. It most definitely some folks, a couple of folks that's delusional, man. But it's all good, though, OG, man. We have a good time talking this stuff over there, man. Most definitely, man. Yeah, man, I pretty much everything I want to talk to y'all with, man. Matter of fact, if any of y'all want to come in here and holler at me, man, about whatever I talked about, man, situation with the Lakers, the situation going on with Bobby Portis and Wemby with San Antonio, also as far as what's going on with the NFL with trade rumors. A little bit of everything I talked about, man. If any of y'all want to come in here and holler at me, give y'all opinion, whether y'all agree, disagree, it don't matter to me. Y'all know it made good conversation. I'm going to put the link in the chat. Y'all come in here and holler at me. If you don't, it's all good, man. I still appreciate y'all coming through, man. Like I say, as far as with the Lakers, got a much needed win against Portland, man, because we was coming off 2 straight losses. Already had a bad loss against Charlotte. So most definitely didn't want to have 3 losses going into the Denver game Saturday, because y'all already know, like I know, if you're a Laker fan or you ain't a Laker fan, I say 90%, 99.9% is probably going to be an L against Denver Saturday, because y'all know, as a Lakers fan, we cannot beat the Denver Nuggets to save our life. Every time we play them, I'm talking about Denver, every time we play them, we win the first half, third quarter, Denver come out and just change the game. They come out third quarter and just take over, man. So we'll see how it goes Saturday night, man. I'm most definitely going to be looking forward to the game, man. A lot of stuff going on with the sports, man. Like I say, the Luka deal. That's in my title, man. Let me jump on this right quick as far as the situation with Luka, man. If y'all came in here, if y'all wasn't in here when I first started, I touched on this. Now, I looked at this. Now, I'm not saying this going to happen, but I just thought it was very interesting with the situation with Luka contract. Now, as y'all know, Dallas Mavericks, they didn't want to sign Luka to that 5-year Supermax, which would have been $345 million, the most in NBA history. He would have been making on average $69 million per year, including in 2030 and 31. He would have been averaging around $78 million a year, which is that's a lot of money. They didn't want to pay him that money. Now that he's with the Lakers, the most that he could get is he eligible to sign the standard veteran extension with the Lakers, which is a max deal of a 4-year, $228 million, y'all. Now, the current deal that Luka is on right now, he got a 5-year deal, $215 million deal, which that deal is set to expire at the end of the 2026-2027 season. But this is the key thing, y'all. This season coming up, 2025-2026, at the end of that season, he has the option to opt out of his contract, y'all. So that's why I want to kind of throw this at y'all. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but I thought this was very interesting, y'all. Now, when this season is over, I'm pretty sure they're probably going to try to sign Luka, because, like I said, this season coming up next year, he's going to have the option to opt out of the contract after that year. So they're most definitely going to try to get a contract with him. But let's say if for some reason this situation ain't really working out with him and LeBron playing together, or if it don't turn out to be a good situation, for whatever reason, y'all, the Lakers could be in a situation where they traded away AD and Luka ended up opting out and going somewhere else, and then they don't have no superstar for the future. Now, wouldn't that be wild, y'all? Wouldn't that be a messed up situation for the Lakers? And most definitely, I am a big Lakers fan. That would be all messed up for the Lake Show. I just wanted to throw that out there at y'all. Now, I'm not saying that he's gonna do that, but that would be very interesting if a situation like that would happen. If that situation did happen and it did go to shit, my best opinion would be the Lakers probably would, if they found out he was like, hey, after this season I'm opting out, I want to go somewhere else and play. I guess the Lakers, the best thing that they could do is probably try to trade him and see if they can try to get another young star to the team. But wouldn't that be a crazy situation, man, if after this season he told them, hey, you know what, I don't really like it as a Laker. I want to go do something. I want to go to another team. I want to go team up with this guy. I'm going to opt out after this season. Wouldn't that be wild? And they don't trade the AD away. That would be crazy. But, that's just something I want to throw out there at y'all, little scenario. I'm not saying it's going to happen, which as a Laker fan, I hope it don't happen, because we most definitely need a superstar for the future. Even though Luka is a liability on defense, I most definitely feel like when he is in shape and he is at 100%, I most definitely feel like he is a great basketball player. Last year, he averaged 30 points last year. He played the most minutes in the NBA last year. The only man that did that was the man that came in second place as far as minutes played in the NBA last year was Ant-Man. Luka was number one. And like I said, he averaged 30 points you know, to the playoffs, led his team to the finals, even though they lost. But most definitely, man. So I just wanted to throw that out there at y'all, man. I'm like I say, once again, I appreciate y'all coming through, kicking it with me this morning, man. Y'all know what I always say. I had to come through here and snatch the covers. I had to come in here and snatch the covers off y'all ass this morning, man. Most definitely coming in. Appreciate y'all kicking it with me this morning, man. Like I say, y'all like my content. Y'all most definitely subscribe to your boy Big Tight. Double tap the screen, get them listen likes up. And like I say, y'all like my channel, man. Y'all most definitely can, you know, get your membership to the channel. You know, it just started, so you know if you want to get a membership, I most definitely appreciate it. It's it starts out at $2.99 a month. Also, you know, you also can get your super chat, super sticker, you know, whatever. I appreciate everything, man. Most definitely, man. I'm about to get ready to get up out of here. I appreciate y'all once again coming in here, kicking it with me, man. Y'all keep your notification bell on. I'll probably be back on in the morning. I just appreciate y'all, man. Hey, like I always say, I ain't there without y'all, man. I appreciate y'all commenting in the chat. Y'all most definitely did you know, a lot of good commenting. I always have a good time interacting with y'all in the chat, man. But I'm about to get ready to get up out of here, man. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Y'all be safe out there. And I'm gonna holler at y'all later, man. Y'all be good.
Yeah.